what's up, guys? Welcome to the late night stream for Thursday. It's Thursday night, Friday morning. All right, we're going to say new Sanrio Amiibos. And, new Union Arena. I don't know what this is. Hold on. Actually, we bought this for Sarah Dusenberry. Did we not? I think we bought it for her. I don't remember. Let's see. This is called Haikyuu. And I didn't buy a case of it. I got a box of it. Haikyuu. Oh, right. A single box of Haikyuu. So, new Sanrio Amiibos, new Union Arena, new Lorcana, new Weiss Re-Zero, new Emeralda break. It's like we got 20 new things. All right, so there we have it. Let's go ahead and tell people in the Discord we've gone live. It's Mr. Russ. Hello, Mr. Russ. How are you tonight? We're going live for Thursday night. Okay, there it is. And we're going to jump over here. We are in a process of building up our menu again. Isn't that nice? All right. So, hello, says Mr. S. AOG says, yeah, what's up, AOG? How's it going, man? We'll close this. We'll open this. All right. Not too bad. How is everything? It's going well. I feel like I haven't seen you in a while. We are? Mr. Russ. Oh my gosh. Haikyuu. Who asked for Haikyuu? I can't remember. Somebody asked for it, and so I just grabbed a single box of it, and that's it. Just a single box. We are. Give me a second here. Let's pin this. So that's pinned. Let's go over here. AR and CHR value pack. What? All right. Weird. People are out there trying to make custom booster packs, man. It makes sense, you know. We ought to make the custom TCC pack. You want a custom TCC pack? I should make a custom TCC pack. Why not? All right, so we're jumping over here. We're going to delete this. Okay, that's been deleted. We're going to grab probably this. And we're going to say, we're live right now for Thursday night. Copy that. We're going to hit post. Hey, hi, hey, yo. What? Hey, how's it going, buddy? How's it going, pal? It's Thursday night. Who's ready for Thursday night? Not me. Man, this video got a lot of views. Holy cow, man. So, we have a video here that got 76,000 views on Instagram. Instagram's still performing. Facebook, not Facebook. YouTube views, way down. YouTube views are collapsed. I don't know why, but they are way down. What is this? Oh, weird. Must be a problem with it. Let's say refresh on this. I think that, I think Facebook's wigging out. Oh, there it goes. Okay, good. Does this say how many followers I have? 5,000 followers. Wow. So the number of followers on Facebook is jumping. All right. We got to do better with X too, I feel. I wonder if I can get Mike's side uploading to X. X is a pretty serious company, right? It feels like it is. I'm going to go ahead and delete this. And we're going to grab this. We're live for Thursday night. There it goes. Close that. Boy, posting to Facebook takes a while. So Tag Grading said they were making an adjustment to one of my orders. That's good. It's good. It means they're progressing it. I don't know which one it was. Let's see. Which one was it? Number AEC. And which one is that? Oh, the latest one. So the one from 518 is getting an update. Huh. Weird. So they must be working on those orders, but not getting it to the encapsulation stage or something. You got to wonder if maybe they ran out of slabs or something. Maybe they got like a choke point or something for their business. All right. Schwelp. Let's see. We're jumping back over here. Whoa, we already have an order from Mr. Roki Hyun from 7 hours ago. Spot on, spot on the rocket. And then after that, 8 minutes ago, we got Team Rocket Grunt, 2 live customs, 1 Poke Shuffle. You got that. You got it. Sounds good. All right, hitting refresh on the website. Let's check the website real fast. 8 hours. So I'm not going to put this Haikyuu box or whatever it's called up there, but I may put the Animal Crossing Amiibo up. Okay, so give me a second. So for the Animal Crossing Amiibo, how shall we do this? Let's go ahead and we need a picture, everybody. We gotta have a picture. Okay, so that looks lovely. Why is the camera being so gay? Give me a second. I hate that it does that. Boom. All right, now I won't do it anymore. And can we zoom out slightly? Let's zoom out slightly. So let's take a lovely picture of Animal Crossing here. Picture time. I don't think I need to do that. Let's go ahead and zoom in and hit click. All right, so we've got a beautiful picture. I'm going to go in and edit the picture. We want it to be pretty square. Turn this down. Okay, we're going to hit edit, crop, and let's see what we got going on. Okay, give me one moment. Trying to make it nice and square. That's what we're trying to do here. That looks pretty square. All right, we're going to hit done on that. And now let's upload that to Discord. We're going to go up to this top channel. This channel has become the de facto upload channel. All right, now we're going to add the Amiibos to the menu. Let's see how these work, by the way. Ah, it is a booster pack. Okay. So deep inside, there's a booster pack. Nice. And what did I pay for these? These were really weird to stock. Is that Mr. Senior? That's me, Mr. Senior. It's a lot of work just to add one set here. We're going to say, oops. Give me a second here. Amiibo. Animal Crossing. Hello Kitty with Sanrio. That's a lot. And let me see what I paid for this. We have to get a price. All right, 18. Grabbing this. Wait, can I, okay. Give me a second. Divided by 36. All right. They don't seem terribly expensive, but I feel like that doesn't sound right because I remember paying a lot for these in the past. Amiibo Sanrio boosters. Yeah, okay, so here's one in France that is pretty expensive. Let's try this. Aha, there we go. Okay, so I have a price in mind now. So these new Amiibo Animal Crossing Sanrio cards shall be $8 per pack. That's what we're doing. We're running $8 a pack. And now on the website, I'm prepared to add it. We're going to say products, add new product. Adding new product takes a lot of time. It's like a whole, oops. Nah, you gotta be kidding me. I clicked the wrong thing. Add new product. Come on, man. I'm gonna get a new, faster computer, man. Computer's slow. I assume these are in English. It looks like it's in English. We're going to say English, Nintendo, Amiibo, Animal Crossing, Sanrio, Hello Kitty, and that's what it is. Crazy. It's a long name. These boosters contain cards that are also considered Amiibos. Okay, a little description. $8 a pack. Now for the, we'll hit publish. Now for the image. Mister, when are you opening your Bangers and Mash restaurant? Oh, yeah, so let's get some Bangers and Mash. Ooh, Bev. Oops. If I had to open a restaurant, I'd probably open a soup restaurant. Probably like a miso ramen soup kind of restaurant. No, wait a second. Where'd my, here it is. My world's collapsing. Oh, we need to download the image too. Oh my gosh. We're getting close. We're almost there, guys. Honestly. Scroll to the top. We're going to grab this. We're going to grab this. We're going to pop it out. We're going to hit save image. We're going to go back to the website. We're going to select files. We're going to grab the Amiibo file. It's very large. It takes a long time for it to upload. You got to combine German and Japanese like Bobby-san. Yeah, that's fun listening to him talk about that. I don't know if I would, let me think. I don't know if I'd combine any particular flavors together, like any like distinctive flavors. But I can tell you we'd probably do really strong umami flavors. All right, and now we're going to hit update. Now, the last step, we have to test the actual website. Here goes. Da-da-da! I did it. So the Nintendo Amiibo Animal Crossing Sanrio Hello Kitty packs are now available. $8. I'm going to go ahead and remove them all from their packaging because it's like, I don't want blisters. They're too big. Okay. It's been a while since I've settled down and got a stream. Hope you and the missus are doing well. Happy Friday morning. Hey, what's up, Mr. Uncle Mike? We're doing pretty well. Karis has an IVF appointment tomorrow. All right. On Friday. This can disrupt our stream. So if you guys are looking to have fun for Friday, make it tonight. Okay. Here we are. Here we are. Here we are. Here we are. Here we go. Here we are. There we go. Here's this. And that. And this. Look at all this trash. And this. Wait, I ordered 2 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I received 13. That's not correct. Unless I didn't grab them all. Duh. I didn't bring them all in the room. That's why I did. I just grabbed a handful of them. That's why. So there we are. Animal Crossing Amiibo. Brand new. Somebody give it a shot. This is $8. Maybe we should stuff it in the new jumbo pack. Nobody's jumped into the jumbo pack break. I noticed that. I'm a noticer. I notice these things. I'm a noticer and I'm starting to notice. If it goes red apple, green apple, red apple, green apple, red apple, I'm going to bet that the next apple is green. That makes me a noticer of patterns and stuff. Okay. How about you guys? Boop. Where'd my drink? Oh, I didn't bring my drink in the room? Oh my God, that's terrible. I got to stop doing that, man. The drink is essential. Must have the drink. All right, Roki Hyun, Spot on the Rocket, sent 7 hours ago. Let's take care of that. That's the very first order. The expensive booster pack. We've got Roki Hyun, Ryan Shapiro. So there's 3 people in here out of 11. And now it's 4 people out of 11 for the Team Rocket Boot. Oh, new Fates Collide pack break. $11, everybody. Not very expensive. Chance for an Umbreon, by the way. X White Euro Umbreons in that set. Okay. Very nice. We'd open up a ramen noodle shop for sure. I'm good at it too. I'm good at soups. I understand them really well. I've been making soups since I was a kid, and I've been cooking soups for myself and Karis for years. If you guys came over here to my house, I could make a soup so good it would make your head spin. You'd be like, how are you making this soup, bro? And I'd say, it's all in the carrots. No, but seriously, I've been making soups for a really long time. I make them all the time. Soup, so good. Ramen soup. So, next up, we have a Team Rocket Grunt order. Is he here? Let's see. Who's here? We got 26 viewers. Sign in. If you're here, sign in. Who's here? I want to hear who's here. Oops. I'll knock this camera over. Sure. All right, today we're giving away 2019 Darkrai 9.5. Okay. We got a giveaway. We should always have a giveaway, right? That's part of the deal. I thought about making my own incense. Your own incense? I do that every day. It's called farting. There you go. Let's see. Go for it, man. You mean like an incense like smelly shop, or do you just mean like producing goods? If you're going to be an incense producing company, you got to get your costs way down. They probably produce them for pennies in like India or something. Da-da-da. All right. 2 lives, 1 Poke Shuffle. That leaves them with $1. Boop. There you go. Now, instead of making an incense product, you should actually be an incense importer. You should import the incense. So find all the smelly products you can. Actually, when you go to the mall, that's all anyone sells these days. Did you guys notice that? I noticed that as well. All the malls want to sell you perfumes and other smelly crap. It must be good money, that's why. So you have to find a distributor for smelly crap. Pick a place where you want to open your retail shop. Hire some bum-ass teenagers that don't mind being paid like $12 an hour. Create your brand and create a website. Borrow money to pull distribution to buy like a large order of the incense. Pick out good products that you think the consumer would actually purchase. Upmarket by whatever, 30%, 40%, whatever you do. Stuff your shelves, get your pricing right, and get your accounting in order. And now you're a rich guy who sells incense. It's like a machine that you're building. It's a machine. Speaking of a machine, jump into this one. Here's Storm Emeralda box break. $40, 1 in 6. Ooh. There is a reason to open an incense shop. The reason to open an incense shop is if it performs better than, let's say, a grocery store. So if you open an incense shop and it makes better profit margins and it's a better business, then you're going to see incense shops pop up everywhere. If running a grocery store makes very bad money, you're not going to see grocery stores popping up everywhere. Or at least the ones that do exist, the food will be expensive. We were talking about communist grocery stores the other day. See, people with capital, they have to make a decision. Do I open up a smelly shop or do I open up a food shop? They're going to choose the smelly shop if there's no money to make in food. Ah, capitalism. All right, here goes. The aroma stuff in sage shops and religious gatherings. Yeah? Here's what you got to do. I'm telling you, don't produce that stuff. If you produce it, you won't make any money. 1, 2. Don't produce it. You need to go online and find out who the distributors of that product is. Da-da-da, we got Don Fan. Find out how much they want to sell it for, because they'll probably sell it in large quantities to you. Find out how much it costs to import it. And start building an inventory and open a shop somewhere. Where do you run into incense shops? Specialty shops, boutiques, the mall. So go pick them all out. Here's an even better trick. If you're a really ambitious guy, go have Google do an analysis of the malls in America, all of them, and have it pick a mall out for you that you think would be optimal for your best investment. And then pack your bags and get your ass over to that mall. So don't be tied down to the state that you're living in, guys. That's a mistake. Go where opportunity calls you. You want to be a millionaire, don't you? So get out there. Then you need like a kick-ass brand, like Insensual or something. I don't know. All right, so those were some pretty cold live customs, but you did get those Topps cards. That helps. One Poke Shuffle. The one Poke Shuffle that could change your life. Would I get in trouble if I sold MAGA hats with stamped Trump signatures? No, I don't think so. I don't know if you can sell a fake version of his signature, but I don't think so. I mean, that's a question for AI as well. Probably say it's not a problem. As long as it's understood it's not an authentic signature. Is it? Maybe he owns the rights to his own signature. Yeah, he might own the rights to his own signature. Maybe you're not allowed to. All right, now you can despair. Sorry, Mr. Team Rocket Grunt. All right. I anticipate we are in the hippie era. People are doing more psychedelics and are praying to gods. I figured I'd sell crystals and Ouija boards. Yeah, you could open up a crystal shop as well. Actually, when you go to the mall, you find those all over the place, typically ran by somebody who looks like they're very unhappy to be there. You know, amethyst and all those other crystals, they're all over the place. So countries like China have operations in countries like Argentina where they mine the amethysts out all day. Then they distribute it to shops across America where your job is to convince consumers, hey, buy this stupid-ass rock. It's got healing powers or some crap like that. And people buy it because it looks really nice and, you know, it's part of nature. I love looking at them. I actually did buy some amethyst not too long ago because it's awesome. But it's not gold, I'll tell you that. It's just a goofy rock, okay? But it's not gold. They're just for fun. All right, let's see. I'm going to click on this. Hathim, 10 fortnuts. Now, I was supposed to reprice those. Let me take a look. I was supposed to reprice the fortnuts. Give me a second. I'm going to give them to you because you already paid, so you don't have to worry about that. But I just want to see what Fortnite cost me these days. Out of stock. That's not a good sign. Okay, give me a second. Okay, we're going to say what the hell? Fortnite. Fortnite. Out of stock. Whoa. Okay, Fortnite might have gone up. All right, let's see what's going on here. I think I found more. We'll keep the price low if we can, right? And how do you guys feel about me stocking other types of Fortnite? Should I do that? Oh man, they need to say how many packs are in a box. I suspect it's 36 packs. Okay, give me a second. I'm not done. I need to know how many packs are in a box. Well, this product seems really limited. It is 36 packs. That's what I suspected. Okay, good. So, divided by 36. Okay, it's recommending a price of $7. I think that's an increase. I believe that is an increase of $1. No more Fortnite. Fort. So it's in the extended menu. Let's go over there. Fort. There it is. So the Fortnite one shall go from $6 to $7. And we could say Fortnite Series 1. So I just identify that better. US print. Okay, good. So that's closed. Let's go update the website now. Hey, that type of crystal makes you go and set out in front of the full moon too. What? What are you talking about? You're sitting? Wrong type of crystal. I hate that dumb crap. My ex used to wear this crystal necklace and have crystals in our house, and she'd set them outside on the full moon, but we still had a horrible, shitty life. Hot. So wait, am I understanding she's available? I'm just messing with you. Listen, it's hot when girls like crystals. It's a different deal. I'm into crystals. Oh, yeah. All right, let's see. This one's going to be crazy. Okay, 10 Fortnites for Mr. Thim. All right, after this point in Thim, the price will be $7 a pack. They've gone up. We've had them for years, and they've finally gone up. Not a surprise. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. She's very much available, and she's Filipino, like most of my exes. She's Filipino? She's a Filipina? She's gonna make lumpia? She's gonna make pancit and chicken adobo? We are. Ooh. We are. Hey, that type of crystal makes you go, I already read that. All right. I want to hear some stories about your exes, guys. I want to hear some stories about your exes. Tell me one of the most annoying things. All of you have probably had an ex before. Maybe not everybody, but most people have had an ex. I'll tell you something annoying about my ex. You tell me something annoying about yours. Snipping all this. All right, I got one. So something me and my ex really disagreed on was this TV show called Supernatural. I hated it. She loved it. Probably because there were two guys in there and they were both thirst traps. All right, your turn. You guys tell me something annoying about an ex. Mr. Thim, you ready? And I'd be like, are you watching that dumb show? And she'd be like, yeah, I like it. Mr. Thim, pack number 1. Look at you, Mr. Thim, tracking those Fortnite boxes. You're like, ooh, I'm going to snipe. All right. Good. Oops. We got 46 people in here and nobody's got anything to say. Who's got a story? I want to hear about your exes right now. We are. I'm hungry for gossip, okay? You need to feed my belly. My ear belly. I'm hungry. Here's Mayhem. Ooh. Ah. I love learning things about you guys. You know, I actually know a lot of stuff about some of the members in our group from conversations like this one. Okay, here's one. My ex used to like those cheesy action movies with Channing Tatum. Cheesy act. You'll have to be more specific. I actually don't know what you're talking about. Okay. The thing I missed most about my ex was his Netflix account. Oh, there you go. All right. Very nice. Free Netflix. Okay. Let's see. Good. Da-da-da. Very nice. Here's. Ooh, it's looking pretty cold so far, Mr. Thim. We shan't be giving up too easily because we got some potential hits right around the corner if these 10 are cold. Let's see. 1 hollow. 1 Black Knight, please. Nope. All right. Good. Very nice. I never had anything but skinny girlfriends. I'm trying to think of a negative thing about my ex. I think one of the biggest things was she was lazy, bro. She was crazy lazy. You could not get her to do anything. Her first job was like grocery store cashier, and I signed her up for that job. And then she quit that job because it was like too much work. And then she and I had a huge fight, and I got her signed up for a Walmart job. Same thing, grocery store cashier. We fought real bad over that. Yeah, I was like, you're going to have a job. It's a weird thing to think about, you know. I guess I have met people in my life where they're super resistant to working. And she's a perfect example of that. Like, there I was working like 12 to 14-hour days. And she's like, you're buying everything, right? Because I'm not. And she was very happy with that setup. And I'm like, man, you need to get any job at all and contribute. And she wouldn't apply for work. And she wouldn't show up she didn't want to go to the job interviews. She wasn't shy. She just hated the idea of it. She like would get stressed out by the idea of the work. That was it. That was what broke us up. I couldn't handle that. We fought viciously over money. It is Mr. Thim. That was my breakup with my girlfriend just before I met Karis. She wasn't a hard worker. You are? Let's see. Did you ever go out of your way to keep in touch with your ex just as a mutual friend, or did you kick the female to the curb and never look back? We texted a little while. You know, she and I actually dated for years. I think so I had a couple girlfriends, but she was the first, you know, girlfriend. And we stayed together for like 4.5 years, actually. So she was with me for a while, just before I went off to college. And she was hot. She was real hot. And I'm not going to lie, I looked good too. Not anymore. Now I look like a fat guy who collects Pokemon cards. But we looked good together. We were a sexy couple. And, yeah. And so we just kind of stayed together for the sex. I'm not going to lie. That was probably it. Like two hot people. And you're like, you're hot. I'm hot. The sex is hot. And nothing else really matters. And it just kept going on like that for a while. And yet we were nothing alike. Personality-wise, we were very different. Her parents were like the extreme opposite of me. I was a talkative type, right? I had a lot to say, a lot of opinions, very focused on finance and politics and education and building. You know, I wanted to build something. I wanted to build like a life. Her family was all like hillbillies and rednecks. And they're like, well, shucks, you coming with us to the fish fry? And she like identified with that, and I was like, "That's not me. That's not us. You know, that's not us. We're going to be wealthy. We're going to move into the fancy." I used to take her on walks in nice neighborhoods. I'd say, "We're going to live in these nice neighborhoods one day," and she was like, "Really?" And I'd be like, "Uh-huh." So we had very different personalities, because ultimately that did not work out. We are. Let's grab this. Yeah, bro, leave those ones. Let's see. If I made a lot of money, fine, stay, home cook, clean, and watch the kids, says AP808. Mister, how many boxes do I have? Currently, you have one ETB box. It's a double box, the top and the bottom of the ETB. And then you got two floating bags. One bag has a lot of Fortnite in it. And the other bag's just, no, it is kind of fat, actually. So you got a fat bag here on the table. So you're almost at a point where we could start you a new box. There we go. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I could ever appreciate a woman who just stays home and cooks and cleans. My mom did that. I like talented women. It's sexy. Talented, smart women. That's real sexy to me. There's nothing wrong with being a housewife. But I get bored super fast. I get bored crazy fast. It's like, you better have something about you that's interesting, or I'm going to get bored like in 2 seconds. We are. All right. 5 Gem 3 Pokemon. 5 Gem 3s. Ah, yes. That's old-fashioned. Yeah, my mom was a stay-at-home mom herself. But, you know, she had like 11 kids. So she was playing on hard mode. There it is. If she was a stay-at-home mom with like 2 kids, I don't think I'd be like impressed. I'm only impressed with her because she had 11 kids. So she was caring for 11 people at the same time and pregnant forever. I think she spent more time alive pregnant than not. We are. Oh yeah, she was like a baby machine. I don't know where I would be if it wasn't for my wife. He is really the best thing that ever happened to me. I think you mean she is the best thing that ever happened to you. Is that what you're saying? My wife. Hey, that's good to hear, man. Maybe tell her that. Be sure to let her know. I'm nothing without you. Here it is. Snipping this. I let Karis know every day. I could leave you like this, and you'd be replaced. No. That's toxic. Okay, let's grab this. That's old-fashioned. No, I'm nice to her. Here we are. Sometimes. Snipping this. I'm probably not a fun person to date. That's my perspective on it. I've got terribly high expectations, and I think that probably is not very fun. It is fun, actually, one perspective. When everything's going right, it's actually pretty good. I'm like, high five, we're the best. No one can beat us. So when everything's going well, it's a great feeling. Mr. Them, going deeper. Here goes. Hey, we got fish sticks. If things are not going well, I go into bananas mode. Here it is. And things have to be corrected. And there won't be one happy day in the house until everything's correct. Here it is. Ooh. All right. So I go a little bit crazy. There you are. Would you let Karis leave her job if she wanted to? Yeah, she could quit her job and hang out with the side chick, probably. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, you got the referee. There we go. All right. Yeah, I mean, if she quit her job, she could do that, especially if she wanted to quit to have children. She couldn't quit her job and not have children and raise children. Then I would be like, well, we'd have the exact same fight, wouldn't we? We'd have the exact same fight I had with the other girl. It just... there would have to be something that you're doing. You are. You got to be doing something. Here we go. All right. Very nice. I think if you were a girl and you were just hanging around in my home and I was doing all the work and I was paying for everything and you weren't doing it, like you weren't having kids, you weren't raising kids, you weren't cooking, nothing, you're the side chick. That's basically it. Like, you're just here because I like looking at you. That's about it. So, no, it's a partnership, 100% a partnership, and you got to be a good partner. I'm looking for good partners. Here we are. Competent, hardworking, clever, ambitious. There we go. Really important. She's like your right-hand man a little bit, you know, your wife. There you go. Your confidant. There you go. All right. Yeah, the girl before her didn't like that. I think she cracked. I think it was too much pressure. There we go. But no, she and I had really different plans. She wanted to spend money going on vacations. She wanted to spend money going out at night, having fun. And I was like, we need to save every single penny in order to pull off what I'm planning, which is double degrees, and we're both software engineers. You know, that was, and originally it was going to be, we were going to go into medicine. But no, it turned into finance, and then eventually turned into computer science. And so the ambitions were high, and we don't have any room for wasting any money because we don't have rich parents that are coming to save us. We don't have a trust from grandma and grandpa. You can't borrow your way into success. It's not that easy. I was like, nope, we're going balls to the wall hard until we both have jobs. Good jobs. Jobs that pay like $60,000 a year, which was good in Missouri 17 years ago, whatever it was. All right, you ready? Gem 3s. Come on, Gengar. Well, you're pulling more Peko. Honestly, single is better. Hell no. What are you talking about, man? I hate being single, by the way. I hate it. I don't like being single one bit. If I'm ever single, I don't wait. I don't have like a recovery time after a breakup. I go right back. You want to start dating? I go right back and get the next person. I'm instantly advertising. Here I am. And I'm doing interviews. We got to get another person involved in here right away. So I don't know about that. I've heard about that, like needing to find yourself and stuff like that. I'm not like that. Like when a relationship's over, my brain just kind of slices it up like, okay, it's done. It's done. It's over. And then it's all right, next one. Right away, next one. We got to get to work on the next one. And so it doesn't like to waste time at all. That's how it views it. It's like if we don't have a second person in this game, we don't have player 2, we're wasting time. We got to get player 2 in here right now. There we are. All right. Maybe that's because I recognize the contribution that a partner makes. So you don't want to miss out on that. You don't want to miss out on the contribution. You are. I definitely have failed it many times, and she's always taken me back. Oh, that's nice, man. That's good to hear. Yeah, we have flaws. I have flaws. Karis has flaws. And, you know, that's just part of life. That's why we have terms like the Achilles heel. And it's nice to have a partner who just kind of wants to be with you anyways. It's a good sign. It's a sign they like you despite your flaw. Or flaws, plural. All right, so we got the referee, and we got more Petco. That's a pretty good round, Mr. Thim. Not me, bro. I just worry about myself, make my own money, do what the fuck I want to do. Yeah? I mean, I guess that sounds nice in some way, but I go home to a hot pair of cheeks at night, so I don't know about you, but that's pretty good for me. We are. All right. No, you know, fat chick on Tinder going, if you want to sleep with me, you got to be the man that steps up and takes care of my 3 children with 3 different men. Here we are. I don't deal with that. I go home to a hot pair of cheeks, man. Here we are. All right. Brother, I not lock myself to one chick. Okay. Yeah, I hear you on that too. Yeah, I get that. I don't know what to say. It's, you know, I guess my perspective on that is I don't like suffer a lack of sexual activity. Karis and I have sex like sometimes like 5 times a week. Like we're just going at it. So we have a ton of sexual activity between us. And it's pretty satisfying, but you're right. It's not like with multiple different chicks. I don't know. Can't be that good, is it? I mean, I've had sex with different girls, and you turn the lights off, and it's basically all the same. You know what I mean? All right. I'm not complaining with my lifestyle. All right, you ready? Let's hit refresh. I get tired of the same cheeks. Yeah? Do you ever get tired of not having a pair of cheeks that actually wants to, like, be on your team, though? I feel like that's really important, you know? So, like, if you're meeting constant girls, there's probably a certain enjoyment to that, meeting strangers. And maybe I just haven't had that in so long, or a lifestyle that focuses on that I don't appreciate it. But I don't know. I feel like, you know, when you're with the same person for a very long time, they're like an investment. So what she and I have is something you'll never accomplish with the Tinder girls. With the Tinder girls who are, you know, they're going to give you like crabs or something. They're going to give you Krusty Krabs. What we've accomplished is something you can only get if you've invested a lot of time in each other. You know what I mean? So, and who knows, maybe Karis and I break up one day and I lose it all. So here I am talking about how good it is. And it's not like I couldn't lose it some way or another. But yeah, it's a trade-off, I guess. You get to run around and try to have sex with girls who, I imagine, the ones that say yes can't be... They're just not going to give you, like, I don't know, like a sort of fulfillment that you can get from somebody who's, like, real. You know what I mean? Like, they're not just using you like a... You're there for them, too. You're like their dildo that night, you know what I mean? So there's a difference between that and, like, somebody who you've invested years with. And the idea that one's a lot better than the other, I do question that. I do question that. You could argue maybe like it's a health thing, like if your partner gets really unhealthy. Okay, I get that. But Karis is thin. She's hot, dude. I'm the one who let himself go. I'm the fat one. So she gets the short end of the stick. I get the good deal. Which is why, you know, I'm working on losing weight and all that. You know, I take that seriously. So, you know, that's one of those things that has to be corrected. Wow, this is why some men get a bad rap. Tinder is wild. Never tried that. You never tried Tinder? Maybe I'm just shellfish. You're a lobster? I knew it. He's a lobster. Check it out, guys. We got a new pack on the menu. It was just added tonight. Give it a try. If you like Hello Kitty and if you like Animal Crossing, it's Animal Crossing Sanrio Collection Amiibo. I got this because we have somebody in our group, her name's Bridget, and she asked for this. So here it is. You guys can try it as well. These cards are gradable. PSA does grade these. In fact, I might have one up on the table that's already graded. Let me see if I can find it. I think it was in this pile. Oh, here he is. I found him. So this character, I graded all the cards I pulled. Now, he's probably not the chase card, but, you know, we did pull that raccoon, whatever his name is. I know he's a main character. So you pull some main characters and you get these graded 10, and they might sell for a lot. You guys haven't bought it, but eBay's a different machine, man. eBay might buy it up. It might go gobble, 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 and then it's gone. Can you show me your Snorlax slabs? I can show you a Snorlax slab. I think my second best Snorlax is the Team Rocket Return Snorlax. Pretty cool. I got a PSA 10 of that. Here he is. This is, I think, the most expensive Snorlax in the hobby, isn't it? And he's like close to 100,000, I think. He wasn't when I bought him. He was 2.7 thousand, which is, honestly, that's a pretty normal price for a chase card. So you could have afforded this in the past. Any of you, most of you guys could have bought this in the past. Now, at almost 100,000, even I couldn't buy one of those. It's just lucky that I have one. All right, let's see what's next. We have Mr. Athim. Mr., I think you only get items from Sanrio, not the villagers. Yeah, the villagers should be coming too, so I bought them both. I bought the Sanrio one, and I bought the villager one too, but the Sanrio one showed up first. All right, the Costco chicken tenders absolutely slap. Here's Athim, 3 of the Fortnites. All right, 1 Crimson Invasion. Now, you say Crimson, do you want one that gets opened immediately, or do you want one on the... Do you want one that's going into the break? Because we have the box split. So are you jumping on the box split, or are you buying one that gets open immediately? Here's Ascended Heroes. Karis and I, we went to Chili's tonight, and we had the bottomless chips, and we had the Triple Dipper, and we just shared those 2 items. It was like $35. It was actually really cheap. I was surprised. I was like, hey, this actually isn't that bad price-wise. It's still about as unhealthy as fast food anyways, but I was impressed. It was like, just open immediately. All right, you got it? Let's go grab it. All right. There we go. Look at that. All right. I feel like the math is off. Is the math off? Hold on. So 3 times 7 is 21. Crimson Invasion from the menu is 32, so plus 32. And then 1 Ascended Hero should be 20. So this should actually be about $73. So you're off by about $8. You fix that. I'm gonna go grab a drink real fast. I gotta go get my drink. Aha! Here we are. Moral of the story, stick to one girl, make sure she's the right one, and marry her. Yeah, I'd say that's a good plan. All right. Whew. Let's see. I'm going to jump over here. Boop. All right. Thank you very much. Let's get it opened. Yeah, we make the box split a little bit cheaper, by the way. So for those of you wanting to join Crimson Invasion box split, it's like $2 cheaper. Here's Ascended Heroes. Snip. And here's the Fortnuts. Tonight's stream brought to you by Mr. Them. There we go. Food. Oh my gosh, Mega Gengar. Nah, just some hollows. Speaking of just some hollows, here's Crimson Invasion, everyone. And even the holographic card in here can easily make the pack worth like $2,000. Okay. It's a greenback. Here's Ghastly. Aerosol Bottle. Dino Blow Your Horn. Staryu. PokeBruhs. Icy Psychic. Could that be Gengar? Ooh, Kimiko. All right. Centering's not bad at all. Look at that. And then Crawdaunt, Fire Energy, Lairon, and Emolga. There we have it. That's one pack of Crimson. You're going to make me want to open a box of this, man. Kimiko. PokeBruhs. It's Poo-Poo-Boo. You get to keep all this, of course, because this is really valuable now. Okay. Putting that over there. Moral of the story. We are. I feel like I missed something. Like there was supposed to be a line before that. Here we are. Karis and I have had ups and downs. We've had fights. We've had hard times. We have differences. You know, our personalities clash. But then we have things that are similar to each other too. So that really works. We are. One of the things about relationships is when you get into a relationship, it's like you're just playing life for the very first time. This isn't your second try. This isn't your third try. And it's really hard to get it right. Both of you are just figuring things out, you know what I mean? Yeah. All right. I think, honestly, if high school was just about getting like a psych degree that helped you understand how not to be terrible in a relationship, that could go a long way. You know, forget about math and history and all this other crap for a second. Just being good at picking partners and then being polite in the relationship and being, like, effective in the relationship, that could go a super long way compared to some of the stuff you do learn in school, which ends up being redundant or unnecessary information. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe high schools do teach like interpersonal relationships these days. I don't really know what high schools do these days. It's Mr. Musubot. I gave you a spot in the gym break because I believe that's what you bought. I'm sorry, not the gym break, the expensive pack split. Here's a Bowser if you just want to buy one outright. All right, here's the Pineapple Under the Sea. Very nice. That's actually a 10 on that. And Fiend's Everyday Life. I had to post this to eBay. Here we are. That I missed last stream. Nice. Well, we took care of it now. So that means for the Rocket Booster Pack break, which is right here, he's in here for a gym break right here, $25. And we got 4 people in here. So we're 4 out of 11. And when this goes off, we'll be 5 out of 11. Cool. I feel like the Lord of the Rings card is going to be worth a lot of money. Yeah, you saw how good it looked, right? So that is the Lord of the Rings trilogy, Topps Chrome, and this is like one of the chase cards in the box. It's called the Checklist. Okay, Checklist card. It's just amazing looking. Here we go. All right. I've actually seen this card sell for $500. So it has gone for a lot of money. You're getting a better deal than that right now. Okay. Da-da-da. We're all caught up on orders. We have no more orders. You guys should have been there for the daytime stream. It was busy. Oh, man. Oh, a cold drink is so good, man. Ooh. So, I didn't price this because I think it's just for Sarah Dusenberry or somebody. Who was it that asked for this? Do you guys remember? Was it Sarah? Wow, I've ordered so many things. Holy dude. All right, we'll type in Union here. Boop. Okay, so the gold price on this would be $219. I'm just going to round it to $220. So the whole box is for sale for $220. There it goes. Check out the website. We have new products on the website. So if you go to the sorted by latest, we got Nintendo Amiibo, Animal Crossing, Sanrio, Hello Kitty, Japanese Pokemon Storm Emeralda pre-order, English Lorcana Attack of the Vine with a Chase Winnie the Pooh card that's worth $1,000. Weiss Schwartz ReZero. Nobody's pulled any signatures out of there, and yes, people have actually been opening that one, so that one has been moving. Let's see, PokeBruhs. Oh yeah, PokeBruhs. Those are the custom-made booster packs. We sold a couple of them. I have not been restocking them, I guess. So here they are. The PokeBruhs are just random Pokemon cards for $25. Maybe I should take a picture of these and post it to the actual website. I think I could do that right now. So here, let me do that for fun. You know. Okay, give me a second. Click. So we're going to add this to the website to make it look more professional. Okay. Now that I've discovered I can just post. There. We're going to hit done. Okay. And now what we're going to do is we're going to upload this to Discord. Boop. Okay. Whatever happened to SGC grading? I remember you would sell some of those cards. We're going to do some SGC grading. Somebody just jumped in. So if you go to our extended menu, you can see SGC grading is now $30. So we're going to do a round of SGC grading pretty soon. And if you send in for it, we're going to get it ready. Same with CGC. We're going to get a round of CGC grading done real soon. It's time to do CGC grading. So both of those need to be done. We got to get those out so that they arrive, 3 or 4 months later down the road. So it's like an investment in the future of the channel. We got to get that done. The channel is so fun when we have, new products. New products are good. Okay, we're going to say PokeBruh. All right, here they are, the PokeBruhs under uncategorized. And then let's click edit. We're going to add a photo for the PokeBruhs real fast, guys. Does that sound okay? We have an empty queue. If you like short wait times, we have a short wait time right now. We are. What were people opening up in the daytime stream? I can't remember. The daytime stream was hopping. Oh, I remember. You had CS Men opened up like 20 packs of Paldea Evolved, man. That was cool. That was one of the things that got opened. Okay, we're going to set product to image. We're going to choose upload file. Okay. Excuse me. Boy, it takes a long time for these images to upload it. They must be really large image files. Mister, I sat for an Animal Crossing pack. Oh, yeah. Can't wait to open one. You're the first one to open one. Okay, we're going to hit update. Maybe I should have taken a picture of them in the box. All right, we'll go back to orders now. Come on, dude. There we go. Okay, orders. And let's hit refresh on this. This computer is like too slow. It can't handle my requests in time. There it goes. The PokeBruhs have a picture. It's kind of funny. All right. Lorcana, Attack of the Vine. Okay. Let's go ahead and... Well, I'm going to get better at taking pictures, man. Now that I know we can just take pictures of our own table and upload them. Put that there. Put this here. And we'll pop these back up here. Very good. Oops. It's kind of falling over. Now, let's take a look at that Amiibo order. I'm hitting refresh. Miss Kayla sent in as well. So who has the older order? Might be Miss Kayla. All right, Kayla says she'll try your finest Cyclops pack. Miss Kayla, you should have said you wanted Cyclops. I have it right here. Here it is. All right. Okay, so let's get this for Miss Kayla. Oh my. The Kayla? How's life going today for you, Miss Kayla? Tell me about your day. I want to know what's interesting about Miss Kayla. Here's Cloak. Ooh, she's just pulling tons of these hollows. Take a look at that, everybody. The Silver Surfer. All right, so far, so good. Now, if we'll just pull a Cyclops out of here, that would be perfect. I just want the base Cyclops. My husband and I saw Spooderman in theaters. How was it? All right, grabbing that. Here's Supervillain, Ultron, Iceman. Where's my super suit? Nick Fury. He's a furry. Marvel Girl. She's got boobs. Armor Wars. Mr. Marvel. It's Stan Lee. Here's Giant Size X-Men. Silver Surfer. Rogue. Fantastic Four. Spider-Man presents Iron Man. Iron Man, as a millionaire, playboy. Look at that. This is so old that being a millionaire was a big deal. Nowadays, if we wrote the card, it would say, as a trillionaire. We'd say, as 100 billionaire. No, but back then, it's a millionaire is a lot. It's like that. It's like that Dr. Evil joke. $1 million. All right. You've got money, women, power. Is there anything you don't have? A can opener. Get me out of here. And then finally, Cloak. All right, so in this one, no Cyclops. But this was a very good pack. You end up pulling holographic Silver Surfer. Nice pull. How much is Impel Marvel? $24 a pack. And I'll keep restocking it if you guys keep buying it. It's a great product. Really good product right now. Well worth the money. All right, let's see. Miss Kayla. Here's your bag. We have a Kevin Pham bag. That's so crazy. There we are. Kevin Pham's a really old customer. He came back after a long time. Speaking of which, we got giveaways for people that do that. So if you're an old customer and you haven't ordered in like a year, let me show you something. This Poker Lucario, Poker Riolu, which would be worth like $100 each in a 10, these are for free. For a first-time order or somebody returning to the channel after a very long time. Let's make it just over a year. All right, it's just a base $2 card. Why can't I pull him? He's eluding you. He's testing your love. That's what it is. He's testing your love. You know how men are. They're very picky with women. They go, I have to know if she truly loves me before I'll kiss her. Jonathan Fernandez, one Animal Crossing. All right, let's grab it. The new Amiibos. Animal Crossing Hello Kitty. He's opening the very first one. So everyone clap for this guy for giving us something cool to watch. Thanks, man. And while you're at it, guys, take a second. Let's get those likes up. Smash that like button for me. All right, maybe it will help us in the algorithm. You ever think about that? I think it probably does. All right, you ready? Okay, so we got Toby. Huh. So they're in little cars, is that right? Chelsea. Chai. Etoli. Marty. And Rilla. And there's no hollows? Interesting. Not what I was expecting. Well, what I noticed right away is we didn't pull a driver who was Hello Kitty. So maybe that's not how it works. So maybe that's an Animal Crossing character, and then this is like the inside of, you know, like a house where they've decked it out with Hello Kitty equipment. So not what I was expecting. Now I know. Very strange. I don't know what to think about it. We are. All right. I'll sleeve all these up for you. Okay. Yeah, it appears to be that they are Animal Crossing characters after all. And what they're showing off is the Hello Kitty furniture. Yeah, they're showing off Hello Kitty furniture in the card. And then, oh, I'm betting you scan the card and it actually gives you that in the game. So it really is a game card. Interesting. Jonathan Fernandez. All right, Mr. Jonathan, let's see. I do play Animal Crossing. Still awesome. Oh, yeah. Okay, that sounds good. Well, you can take it home and scan it then. Johnny Suh. Here's Joey Maycumber. That bag's expired. John Regan. John Vasquez. Jonathan De Santiago. John Cornelius. John Fang. Ooh, that's expired. And Jonathan Morris. Ah, Jonathan Morris. There's whole boxes full of guys who are not coming back. It's like all expired bags. Really interesting. Up here we have Jonathan Fernandez. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Mr. Jonathan. I wonder if there's a holographic card to pull. You know, because in the previous set, there were holos. There we go. Now we have an order from Hathim. 4 of the English OP10s. Good choice. OP10s. Really cheap. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mr. Do Me Slab Away on Tag Team Bird. I would, if I had a Tag Team Birds PSA 10 slab, I would consider that. But I don't think I own one. The other one is a raw card, but that one has to be graded first. So we have to get a grade on it, and then we can sell it. All right, here goes. Okay. Tag Team 3 Birds. Yeah, you're talking about the, it's got a name. It's called the Mosaic Stained Glass. It's called the Stained Glass Birds. There we go. Here's, oh, Smoker. Whoa. She's got her boobage out. She's got her belly button. But that's a guy, right? They've been like brain swapped or something, as the story goes. Okay, here's this. Mr. Raking in Dough after unclaimed slabs. Not really. No one really, it's very rare for people to abandon a good slab. That's very rare. Probably the most commonly abandoned slab is one that they won for free, and then they just never paid to ship it. That's the most commonly abandoned slab. Not bad. Gender swap Sanji and gender swap Smoker. Here it is. Why is smoking so sexy when a girl does it? Here it is. Also, it's considerably less sexy after a certain age. So it's like, if you're like a young 20, 30-year-old girl, hot. But the moment you hit like 40 and 50, it's like, yo, you gotta quit. Time to quit, or you're gonna be talking like this. There you go. Sexy for a little while, not a long time. Can't keep doing it. All right, what do we got here? We've got Zachary Standing, PokeBruhs. You got it. All right, PokeBruhs. Here they are. They are, what are they? They're just random packs of cards that I put together. They are 1, 2, 3, 4. She can do it with here, hoo-ha. What? All right, you ready? Yeah, smoking's sexy when you're young. When you're older, it's kind of like, yeah, you need to stop. You need to stop, Grandma. You're going to kill us all. All right, so you got 2 of these Mario cards. Those are like junk. You got a cold pack. Oh, it's not a bad cold pack, though. This is probably what I would call a cold pack. But look, you got Tyranitar, you got Mewtwo. This isn't cold at all. This is nice. Never mind, I take it back. The first few cards were a little bad, but these are actually pretty good in the back. Look, you got some ARs. And then that's a Japanese Gardevoir. And then that's a Japanese 25th anniversary Mew. So this was a good pack. It just kind of looks bad at the start. Congratulations, Mr. Zachary. Okay, I can turn these back over here. And this goes back to my empty baggy bag. That was a PokeBruhs. Sometimes the PokeBruhs are cold. Okay, guys? Sometimes they're cold. Sometimes they're worth about what you paid for them. Sometimes they're hot. Sometimes they're worth more than what you paid for them. Vintage split, huh? I gotta do something with this. I like them, Zach. I don't have too many of them, actually. They could be sold out very quickly. I should make one every day to keep up with demand. Now, that goes to Mr. Zach. Let's see. Aha. Mr. We out of XY Evolution packs. So, yes and no. I could go open another box of them, but I think I have to get it from a sealed case. I could open that case, or maybe I go order more of them. Yeah, I guess I should work on that. I should get XY Evolution to run it again, shouldn't I? What do you guys think of that? There you go, Mr. Zach. Thank you. All my notes down here. 6 XY Evolutions. Okay. All right. Maybe that's something for us to work on a slow day together. I just got, oh, ow, feels like I got bit. Because that was my nerve. I just got to remember to do it. I consider it better than Evolving Cries. Dude, Evolving Cries is super tough, man. It's just cold pulls all around. Who doesn't want a cold pull from Evolving Cries? If you're watching tonight and you've never placed an order on the stream, place your first time order. Head over to the description of the live stream to see how to order. You got PayPal, ZELLE, CASHAPP, VENMO, and the website. Those are all ways to pay. Try opening some packs. Grab a Poke Shuffle for $5, a live custom for $25. Join one of our interesting breaks. And we'll see you when you do that. Let's see. Yeah, tonight's going to be what? Thursday night, Friday morning. And here we have an order in PayPal for Miss Kayla. Impel 1. We got to pull him here because my husband is about to cut me off over these packs. Oh, no. He's like, what are you doing, Kayla? Tell him to just pick up some overtime. Tell him it's worth it. You are? Tell him you're investing. Say, honey, you don't understand. This is an investment. Are you ready? So that's Vintage Impel Marvel. Well, I would tell him you've actually done pretty well. Like, you just pulled 2 more of the special hollows. That's pretty good. It's not like you open a whole case of them. So your pull rate's been good. Now let's see what we got here. I consider you better than Evolving Cries, Mr. Musubot. Here's Wolverine. Shadowcat. Whoa. Meow. She's holding a dinosaur, not a cat. Famous Battles. Mephisto. This is your this is your husband if you spend too much on these. Mr. Boombastic. Alpha Flight. Evolutionary War. Ooh, Venom. Venom's good. Doctor Doom. Good. Those are great. Baron Zemo. The Blob. Spider-Man Presents Thor. Thor, your mystical hammer can do just about anything. And if I ever retire as a superhero, I have a big future as a carpenter. And there we go. Oh, wait. Is there more on the back? What's it like in Asgard? It's kind of like Earth, only we don't get cable TV. Wow. All right. Very good. Bro, I can't. What the actual F? I'm sorry. There's a lot of heroes and villains in here, so that's all it is. But you got Doctor Doom for the upcoming Doctor Doom movie. That's really good. And I think that this Venom looks insane. That card looks awesome. So there's Venom. And here's your baggie. All right, Impel Marvel. She's after a Cyclops, guys. Go pull one and then ask her to give up one of her Doctor Dooms for it. Actually, she may prefer to pull it herself. That actually may be what she's trying to do here. There we go. All right. Very good. Thank you very much. We have an order from Mr. Athim. He says he'll take an Impel Marvel and 3 more Fortnites. You got it. All right. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. And 1 Impel Marvel. Ready? I'll cry if he pulls them. No, Kayla, don't cry. I don't know any don't cry songs. Do you guys know any don't cry songs? Nah, I can't think of anything. All right. Snipping this. Snipping this. Boop. She's singing that one song from that movie. What's it called? Apocalypse? I can't remember. Actually, I can't really remember how the song goes. It goes something like, I don't want to close my eyes. The sweetest dream I never do. I still miss you, baby. She's singing that Aerosmith song because she knows Cyclops is about to come out of this pack. You ready? Here goes. He pulls them. Ready? Fool Killer. He kills fools. Oh, he's got Iron Man. He is getting different pulls than you. Oh, Colossus is close. Thor. The X-Men. Well, I don't see Cyclops, though, do I? Yeah, he's not here. Here's Fantastic Four. Here's Silver Surfer versus Thanos. Daredevil versus Kingpin. Daredevil versus Bullseye. Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. Interesting. Havoc. And Black Panther. Wow. All right. Wait, this is really off center. I'm just going to pop them back in. Wait, why didn't you get a Spider-Man Presents card? Those are fun. You didn't get one. Huh, I guess they're not in every pack. I think the Iron Man's really good. I think the Colossus looks cool, too. All right. All around me are familiar faces. Do you like the Gary Jules version, or are you singing the, what's it called? Tears for Fears, or what's the name of that band? I can't remember. You gotta be singing the Gary Jules version. Worn out places. I listened to his other album that he released later, and it was like, I was like, meh. Guess you're a one-hit wonder. Okay. Let's see. Oops. There we go. Double hollow tonight? Maybe. Maybe not. All right, no double hollows. Sorry, Mr. Athim. Thanks for going deep. This stream brought to you by Mr. Athim. Mr. Athim's been going deep, guys. Where would we be without Athim? I think we'd be up the river. We'd be up the Pokey River. All right. A lot of the Fortnites getting open. It's now $7 a pack. It's gone up a little bit. That's the first time I've raised the price on that in like 2 years. So Fortnite, maybe it's time for it to move. Maybe it's time for it to jump. It's $7 today. It could be $10 in like a couple months maybe. If I'm finding that it's more expensive. All right, thank you, Mr. Athim. I appreciate the orders. What's next? Da-da-da. I'm hitting refresh. Well, the good thing about tonight is the wait times aren't very long, guys, because it's a little bit of a slow night. We have a box break pre-order for the new upcoming Storm Emeralda box. $40 buy-in, 1 in 6 odds. That's a little expensive. It's expensive. It is. There we go. Maybe the price is going down right now. I don't know if that's true. I placed all my orders for it, and I had to pay a pretty high premium to get my boxes. Let's go ahead and grab some more slabs. We're supposed to be doing the A's rotates. Here's a Super Mario Cape Mario. Eevee. Beedrill. Dugong. Dustox. A lot of these poker cards. Wow. All right. Just a reminder, there may not be a regular Friday stream tomorrow, okay? Tomorrow, I'm taking Cares to the doctor. And so, if you're wanting to have Friday fun, I recommend having it tonight. Here's a theme. He says 3 more Fortnite and 1 more Impel. Yes, sir. Yes. There could be a disturbance to the regular stream times on Friday. Here we are. You still got that Lily Solgaleo poker? Yes. You talking about this one? Or is it a different one? I might have 2 of them. This is a BGS Pristine 10. Isn't that cool? There we go. But are you speaking about like a PSA 10 Lily? Those Lily cards, by the way, are super rare. I know where they come from, and they are extremely rare. There you are. So I found one for sale on eBay, and it was just like underpriced, and I just bought it. I was like, how does no one know about this? By the way, did you guys know Battle Day Lily sold for, recently sold for like $66,000. Battle Day Lily. What do you guys think of that? Mr. Thim, double hollows, right? Let's see what we got. Pack number 1. I may do slab away if it's possible. So you're thinking about buying a Lily. And it was another one. Okay, so I can go looking for it and contemplate selling you one, okay? I may be diggity down for that. There you are. It's actually a really special card, and I feel like it's not a well-known card. There we go. All right, Impel Marvel coming right up. This is for our friend, Mr. Thim. So we've been selling these Impel Marvels for a while now, and I still like them to this day. I think they're great. I think that the comic book style to them is a really high selling point. They're very pretty. You get so many. Oh, wow, look at this. Okay, Mr. Thim, you got Spider-Man Presents Doctor Doom. Say, Doc, did you ever work as a real doctor? No way. Who would go see a doctor with the name of Doom? Oh, there's more to it on the back. You're the king of Latveria. How do you control your people? Easy. I rule with an iron hand and an iron foot and an iron head and ... I love it. I love that they made like a little cartoon, you know? An iron foot and an iron hand and an iron head. Here's Galactus, Galactus. Enchantress. I'm afraid this would work on me. Here's Mandarin. It feels kind of racist. The name is actually Mandarin. You did get one of these Cyclopses, but not the one she's looking for. Iron Man. X Factor. There's another Cyclops. Journey into Mystery. And Hellfire Club. Holy mama! Who's this lady? We are. More of that, please. And X-Men versus Magneto. Why haven't they introduced her as a movie? There you go. So they need to get, what's her name? Sweeney Todd? What's the one girl's name? Sweeney something? Super Sweeney? They need to get her into that outfit ASAP. Frost? Yeah, whatever. More like boobs. Her name's Frost. Uh-huh. Is it cold in here? Here's Zachary Standing. Destined Rivals. Ooh, I love Destined Rivals. And you're just going to order a pack of it, so not too much. That's prismatic. Is this Destined Rivals? Here it is. Aha. Helen Bonham Carter. You know, Bonham something. Bonham, yes, please. Here's Crussell. You got Crussell, like a crusty old man. All right. That's for you, Zachary Standing. Thank you so much. We have a gentleman inquiring about Lily Poker, which I don't think I have for sale. Do I? I don't think I do. I don't think I have any of my Lily Pokers for sale. So I suppose my job is to go find it. But before I do, let me get an idea about the price. Oh, her name's Sydney Sweeney. That's right, Sydney Sweeney. Okay, oops. Okay. Somebody's inquiring. All right. Well, from the looks of it, we should be able to get you a nice deal on this. Lily and Solgaleo on it. Wait. You like the ones that don't have the main Lily on it. Is that what you're saying? Hold up. I'm gonna make sure I understand which one you're talking about. Which one are you talking about? Oh man, I love this Gengar. So cool. Hey, see this Pikachu? This artist is the one who just drew the Rayquaza. Pretty cool. Glad I didn't host too many breaks on that, because now I think that card's going to be more popular. Because they're going to be like, oh, it's drawn by the one artist. That's how people are. They get really like into that kind of stuff. All right. Well, whatever you're talking about isn't right next to me. Lily Solgaleo in it. Trying to remember. Somebody might have bought it. Somebody bought a Lily Solgaleo from me the other day, but I don't remember who, and I don't remember which one it was, because they might have bought the Lunala one instead. So I feel like that card would not be 500. So I'm going to head over here into the Discord server, which is something anyone can do. We're going to go to the 10's old channel, and I would bet that a Lily card is going to be at the top. All right, let's see. We're checking right now because the word Lily starts with an L, so it's going to be in that A box. It's going to be near the top. So far, I'm not seeing it. Okay, I'm convinced it's not in here. I'll go to the pricey slabs now. Let's check out pricey slabs, just in case it isn't here. But we just went through the pricey slabs. We didn't see it. So I'm not so sure I have it. It might have already sold, the card you're talking about. I thought you'd want this bad boy. Doesn't that look nice? Hold on, let's do this. Doesn't that look nice? Look at that. That's cool. It was rotating on the table. Yeah, I remember that. We did have a Lily Solgaleo card rotating on the table. I can check to see if it's rotating now, now, but I don't think it is. Here's the thing. I think somebody bought that one. I think that one might already be sold. Here's a Muck. I know you like Muck. He's basically the same, right? Same thing, right? Who doesn't love Muck, by the way? Muck's the man. Not in here. Let's try over here. Dooby-dooby-doo. Charmander. Kadabra. All right, now. That Lily Solgaleo starts with an L, so it would be in the A box. We're rotating the A box. It's almost done rotating. Let's just pull the rest of the slabs up here. Okay, far-fetched. Okay. I'm trying to help you with it, because if it's here, I'll sell it to you, but I don't think it's here. Bowser. Man, that Darth Maul looks creepy. That guy needs to brush his teeth or something. Kadabra. Yeah, you and some. Look at this Yoshi. I just hand this card out for free to people, and he's priced at 150 in a 10. Baby Yoshi. Wow. Why am I handing that card out? Anyways, as I was saying, somebody else bought it. I have like a faint memory of it. All right. Put it back over here. What's up, guys? Happy Thursday night, Friday morning. How's everyone feeling tonight? Who's here? Sign in. I want to know who's here. It's been a quiet night. We are, let's see. Here's an order from Hathim. Last round, 3 Fortnite, and an Impel Marvel. All right, the last round. 3 of these. Just so you know, guess everyone can witness this. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 packs remaining. Fortnite, guys, it's popular. We sold that in the daytime, too, to Eric Colborn, didn't we? Now, the other item he has ordered, besides these 3, is the Impel Marvel. All right. So I just keep some of it right next to me because I know Kayla's been going ham on it. Impel Marvel's been the star of the show tonight, guys. That and Fortnite. Here goes. You never know what you're going to sell. We got a lot of variety on this channel. Here we are. And here we are. Very good. Good. Ready? All right. Code. Wait a second. Pack number 2. These are square cut cards. And I was just having a memory of a gentleman who sold me square cut Topps cards one time. And he was really begging me to buy them. They were like already opened. And I gave in. I said, all right, I'll buy your Topps cards. And he sends them all over to me. And he shrunk wrapped them so that all the corners were ruined. All of them. Never forgot that. Just terrible. He shrink wrapped them. Cold. All right. No hollows in this round, Mr. Thim. So, but maybe a little bit more luck on the Impel Marvels. Okay. All right. Oh, Helen Bonham Carter. That's the one crazy lady that's always working with the one director. What's the name of that director? Oh, I can never remember. He made Nightmare Before Christmas. He made Batman. Here it is. Wonder how she's looking these days. She got to be getting pretty old by now. She was already quite a bit older than me when I was younger watching her movies. Ta-da! Here's Wolverine. Whoa, he's scaring me. That guy looks like he'd actually beat you up. Now, this Wolverine, he doesn't scare me. He's a good guy. Magneto. Whoa. Oh, there it is. Oh, yes, Tim Burton. That's right. Here it is. All right, look away. Kayla, look away. I don't want you to see this, Kayla. Oh, no, bro. Here's Ultron, Iceman, Nick Fury, Marvel Girl, Armored Wars, and Stan Lee. My heart is full of sadness. I opened so many packs. You know, it's crazy. You did open a number of packs, and he was just around the corner. That's how it always goes. All right, we'll get him next time. Obviously, you can pull them more than once. Like, we've been pulling a lot of duplicates, right? Like, the Marvel Girl's a duplicate. Nick Fury's a duplicate. Iceman's a duplicate. He's in there again. Heck, he might be in the next pack. You never know. We'll pull him again. There we go. So funny, dude. All right. Where shall we park this card? With the Dr. Doom, probably. All right. Mr. Thim. Maybe a Thim one is Cyclops, too. People want the toy that you're playing with. Right? That's a real thing. I had a lot of siblings, right? And you have a sibling that's just kind of walking around, not playing with any toys. Maybe the sibling's like bored or in a bad mood, right? And then you get another sibling, they go over and they start playing with the building blocks, and they're having a great time and they're in a good mood, right? So the sibling that's been kind of crabby and bitchy and all that, they see the other sibling playing with the toys, and they run over to take it away. Like, hey, I want to play with that. They didn't want to play with the toy until they saw someone else playing with it. Isn't that cool? So humans, we have a part of our brains that are very social. All right, that is the end of the drink. I'm going to go ahead and plug in this iPhone so that is fully charged. Here we are. We'll put this here. All right. You know, you could offer a trade with Mr. Thim. Maybe he might be open-minded to a trade. He might be interested in like the Dr. Doom or something like that. Let's see. Update. Tag submission changes were required for order number AEC. Koro Dratini. Okay. God, I hope they get that done. I would love it if they got one of my submissions done. I'm going to hit refresh. I'd gladly trade them a Doom or a Venom for it. They are worth way more. So there you go, Mr. Hathim. If you're interested in trading for the Cyclops, she said a Venom or a Dr. Doom could come your way. Well, so that was really fun. We have this singular box of Haikyuu, which I think I got from Miss Sarah Duzababe. That is not in the website. That is just in the pile of cards over here. Yeah, we need to get a gym break running on this box right here. This is called, what was the name of this show? I never watched it, but, you know, when this came out, we were selling it pretty well, actually. And now I've got too much of it. So it's another one of those products where I bought too much. It's called... Oh my gosh, is it not on the menu? Oh my gosh, it's not on the menu maybe. Wait, maybe it's in the website at least. Maybe that's why no one buys it. They don't know it exists. Let's see. Let's look up Weiss. Is it not on the website either? Oh my God, that's why we never sell it. Shoot, man, it's not on the website. I didn't know that. All right, so the name of this Weiss Schwarz product is Weiss. It's called, like, Raiding Dungeons or something like that. Shoot, man, I can't remember the name of it. Let me grab my cell phone and use translation. That's why it never sells, because it's not even up there. Japanese to English. I typed in Japanese and it said Japanese isolationism. Isn't that funny? All right, so now we get a translation. Interspecies reviewers. Ah, there we go. Interspecies reviewers. So let's double check the website. Interspecies. Nope, not there. Wow. Okay, well, let's get this priced up. And we're going to say booster box. I can't believe we've had this product and it's not on the menu this whole time. And it took me all this time to catch that. All right. I don't remember how many packs are in a box. We're going to have to open this box to find out. I think it's 10 or 12. Stimpy, what? What are you talking about? So we've had this, like a case of this the entire time, and I thought it was just unpopular. It wasn't in the menu. Either menus. It wasn't in the YouTube menu or the website menu, which means I received a shipment of it and I never reactivated it. Okay, so there's 10 of them, so then it's going to be $8 a pack. $8 a pack. Let's get it up there on the menu. Interspecies reviewers. $8, $80. Should I put this in alphabetical order, you think? All right, let's go over to the website now. Let's go over to add new product. Actually, let's go over to all products. And let's just double, triple check making sure that this is not here. Okay, because maybe it is on here and it's just not available. Nope, it's not on the website at all. So we're going to add new product. Crazy. This shall say Japanese Weiss. It's called Weiss Schwarz Rose, but we're just going to say Weiss Schwarz. Interspecies reviewers. All right, there we go. And we're going to say 10 booster packs per box. I don't know how many boxes per case on this one. I'm gonna go ahead and hit publish, and now we need one more thing. We need to take a picture so that we have a picture of the product. What do you guys like better? Do you like it if I put the actual booster box up, or do you like a picture of the booster packs? I feel like the picture of the booster packs looks a little more professional, since what you're buying is a booster pack. All right, here goes. Hathim, are you still here? I don't know if he's still here. Maybe that really was his last order. He's not a Cyclops fan in particular, so I bet you he would be happy to make that trade. Anyways, he's never said he was a Cyclops fan, so I don't think he is. Maybe he is. That'd be funny. Let's see. We're gonna hit crap. Let's see. Move that toward the center. Okay. I'm going to hit done. So we're going to upload this once again to Discord. Well, look at us, guys. We're making some improvements over here. I'll set this here. Interspecies reviewers. By the way, when did this set come out? I don't think it matters. I'm going to jump over here. I'm going to turn this volume. Oops, I'm going to turn this volume down too. So we're back in our server where I've uploaded the picture. And now I'm going to go ahead and download the picture. Well, it's a little quiet. You guys are a little quiet tonight. Maybe we should talk a little news. Oh, I know you guys are dying to talk about the news. Oh, TCC, if you could just talk about the news, that would be wonderful. I feel like a lot's been going on. Let's see, we're going to choose upload files. We're going to select files. I feel like the big story today was definitely, it was definitely the Moroccan invasion of the Spanish border. I guess there was like a Spanish territory where you could just kind of swim over to the territory, and it's still connected to Africa, so it's not very hard for them to access it. And the pictures and the videos of it were shocking. There were so many people. It was thousands of people, and it looks like a horde of people just pushing into the country, just saying, all right, we're here. And there's nothing you can do about it because it's like it's too many people to stop it. So that was on the news, sparking a lot of conversation about that. You know, people were talking about how they felt about it. Okay, we're going to say back to orders. Let's hit refresh on the menu and see what it looks like. Oop, here we'll go to all. And then we'll go to sort by latest. Join me on the sublist rocket pack open, boys. Yes, he's waiting for someone to join, everybody. All right, so there we go. We got Japanese Weiss Schwartz interspecies reviewer. We got the new Animal Crossing. We got new Japanese Pokemon Storm Emeralda. We got Lorcana, which I'm tempted to change that image now that I figured out the booster pack image looks really nice. Here's ReZero. See, it almost looks like you're getting a whole box of it if you buy it, but if you take a picture of the booster packs, it looks like you're getting pictures of packs. So there we go. So now Interspecies Reviewer is back on the menu. It's back on the menu, boys. How did the orcs know what a menu is? Now, I believe I have a bag of these somewhere, so I should just join these with that other bag. EK, Fuji2, Chainsaw Man. Interspecies Reviewers is right here the whole time. Crazy. Okay. That's a really lewd card set. It's very funny, too. There we go. All right. Look at all these beautiful slabs. We got to take pictures of them and reprice them where it's appropriate. All right, all right, all right. We've got an order, a big order from Mr. Hathim. You got it. Let's see what he says. He's going to say, he says, Impel Marvel, 3 Fortnights, and Spider-Man Magic. You got it. All right. Here we are. 1, 2, 3. Wow, tonight's stream brought to you by Mr. Them. Grabbing one of these. Tossing this up here. And Spooderman, you got it. Oops. There we go. All right. Spider-Man, Spider-Man. There we go. Oops. So he's going to pull another Marvel pack. Did you hear Kayla might be interested in a trade on that Cyclops, by the way? I don't know if you heard that. She's offering Doctor Doom or Venom, which I think is a pretty decent trade, by the way. All right. Snipping that. Anyway, so yeah, we were talking about the news. What else happened in the news? Tossing that. Ready? Here's some cold ones. Oh, cold. Come on, Fortnite. Boop, 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 boop. A cold one. Ooh. Good. And, dude, what the hell? I never see this one. Epic Outfit, Ginger Gunner. That one's got to be more rare. I never see that one, Ginger Gunner. 1 in 24 odds, Fortnite pack, have a holo. Jesus. Now, here is the Spooderman. Spooderman time. Now, he's got Spiderbot, Spiderbot, Craven's Cats, Pumpkin Bombardment, Merciless Enforcers, Twisted Spider Clone, ugh, gross, Chameleon Master of Disguise, Rhino's Rampage, Rhino Barreling Brute, Heroes Hangout, Planes, The Death of Gwen Stacy, no, here's Strength of Will, Silk Web Weaver. That's okay. Spider-Man's got other options like Silk, Webweaver, and Iron Spider, Silver Warrior, and also Bioorganic Carapace. What? All right. Well, I feel like that Spider-Man pack wasn't crazy. You know why? Because at the end of the pack, this card right here wasn't hollow. So when this is hollow, it's better. You got an artwork here. Flip. Good. Okay. Let's put the Strength of Will in here. Strength of Goobies. Twisted Spider Clone. Ooh, that's a Twisted Spider Clone. And the Death of Gwen Stacy. No! Oh, Gwen. Haha. Tossing this away. Wow. Lots of Marvel, lots of Spider-Man. What do we have here? Looking like we're going to get a Magneto card. Nightcrawler. The Avengers. Atlantis Attacks. First Kree. Skrull War. Nightmare. New Warriors. Guardians of the Galaxy. They sure look different than the one they made the movie out of, huh? Apocalypse. Does your board ever give you any problems? Nah, it's tuned up every 10,000 light years. Your board can soar through space, past stars and meteor showers. Is there anything it can't do? It can't hang 10 on the waves in Baja. I hear they're El Primo, dude. Here's Moon Knight and Dagger. And then Spider-Man presents Magneto. Magneto, why do you hate the X-Men so much? I don't know. I just find myself strangely attracted to them. That's a little magnetic humor there. How come your kids, Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch, turned out to be the good guys? I'm a failure as a father. That is actually pretty funny. I feel like that's something I would say. My children are normies. All right. They need to turn out crazy from trauma. Wow, I just noticed there's like faces back here. That looks awful. What the hell? That's creepy as hell, dude. His name's just Nightmare. All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Athim. I think you deserve a free spot in the giveaway tonight. Here it is. You have kept us busy on a night that appears to be otherwise kind of slow. They are. Still looking for that extra hollow in the Fortnites, I notice. Athim. All right. The Diet Coke of Evil. Not just evil enough. He's the Diet Coke of Evil. Is that what you just said? So here's the giveaway card. Where is it? Ah, here it is. Looks like it's a Darkrai from Chinese All-Stars. I'm going to place you in there for free tonight. Athim. There it goes. All right, lovely. Tonight's the 31st. Oh, we need to give a slab away. Ooh. We have to give a slab away to the second chance bounty tonight. Still time to get a spot in there if you get unlucky in the live customs or the Poke Shuffles. Roki Hune is here, and he says he'll take a Marvel Impel Series 1. Alrighty, here it comes. Boop. Did you think over the trade? What? What trade? Oh, you're talking about for a Spider-Man pack. I should take the trade. A part of my brain's not excited for it because it will come over here to the table and then no one's going to buy it on the table. And then I'm going to have to list it on eBay or put it in the other shuffles. But I have plenty of those Lord of the Ring cards in the other shuffles. But overall, I don't think it's a bad trade. I mean, I think the trade itself is fine. I have to go retrieve it to actually do the trade. All right, you ready? So, it was a turtle pack. Oh, it's a Ninja Turtle pack. What are those going for these days? Let me see. Sorry, my bad. Ninja Turtles are 52. Yeah, I mean, it seems like it's a fine trade. There's nothing unusual about it. Here's Havoc. Here's Black Panther. Here's Punisher. Spider-Man versus Venom. Pretty cool. What's it do on the back? Oh, there's like something on the back of the card. Dark Phoenix Saga. He saw you guys opening Impel Marvel. He said, wait a second, I want to turn Punisher. Here's the amazing Spider-Man. Whoa, that's cool. Here's Spider-Man versus Hobgoblin. Fantastic Four. Mr. Beast. X-Men versus Freedom Force. And say, Doc Strange, didn't you learn magic from the Ancient One? That's right. I knew him when he was only 100. Doc, can you pull a rabbit out of a hat? Hey, I'm good. Not that good. What do you like, pull himself out like a spirit? Pretty interesting. All right. What do you guys think of these Impel Marvel Series 1 cards? Do you think that they're good looking? Would you like to see how much they sell for when they grade 10? They sell for ridiculous amounts. Oh, grab this. All right, let's, ooh, all your bags are pretty full. Let's get a new bag. Mister, I'm just high as a kite. Yeah? We are. I think I just heard on the news that weed is now being consumed more than alcohol by young people. Because everyone keeps telling young people that alcohol is going to kill them. So they're taking it seriously. So they're smoking weed. They're not doing alcohol. Wait, I wrote Hathim on that. That's because we opened so many Hathim packs tonight. We are? Okay, let me put some scratches through that. Okay, we'll put the right name on. Sorry about that. I realized my mistake as I was putting it up. There we go, Roki Hune. Very good. Now, let's go over here and show off Impel Marvel Series 1. You guys aren't going to believe how much these cards sell for. You will be shocked. Impel Marvel Series 1. All right. And we'll just head right over to last sold. Here it is, last sold. So check it out. So on July 28th, just one card, the Thanos, sold for $225. Look at that, see? So that comes right out of those packs you guys saw. It had 99 watchers. Jesus. And then let's see. We've got Storm here. So here's Storm. Oh, this one was graded forever ago. That one's not even from that set, I feel. Here's a Impel Marvel Spooty Man. He went for 100. Very nice. And wait, is there a way to... How do we have these organized? Let's organize it by the most expensive ones that have sold. So it looks like... let's see. Actually, Thanos is up there. All right, so here's Wolverine, Thanos, Daredevil, and then Spider-Man. Huh. I thought they sold for more than that. Here's a Professor X. Still, if you think about it, $100 not bad, considering how many cards you get out of a pack. But I thought they used to sell for around 200 in a 10. Let me check. Not last sold. What if I wanted to buy one? Let's price it by lowest price. Maybe if some of these look really good, I'll go buy one. Oh, yeah, they're not priced terribly, actually. Look, so here are some of the cheapest ones. 112, Wolverine for 150. Oh, there's another Thanos for 245. So I guess Thanos is really popular. Here's a Stan Lee for 300. That's got 16 people watching it. Let's see, Spider-Man, Stan Lee. So a lot of people grade the Stan Lee. Wow, somebody's got this Black Panther, but they want like 1,000 for it. It's got like 9 watchers. I don't know. I suspect it's not going to sell. Look, here's a Professor X. Interesting. All right, so what we know now, when these vintage cards grade around $10, they go for about 100. I'm sorry, when they grade PSA 10, they go for about 100. That kind of changes the formula. Here's a couple things we didn't notice. Where are the hollow ones? Did you guys notice there were no hollow 10s for sale? So it's possible the holographic 10s go for much more. So I feel like that's an important detail. Also, it looks like the latest high sold card was Thanos. He went for like 200 something. But I bet you, like I noticed there were no Dr. Dooms for sale and there were no last sold Dr. Dooms. So maybe that's a sign no one's got any Dr. Dooms available. And I bet you a card like Dr. Doom with the new movie coming out would probably do well, similar to Thanos. Because Thanos did well because the movie did well. So I would say the Dr. Doom cards are probably pretty valuable. Let's see. All them alcohol stores are going to suffer. Yeah, well, you know, maybe people will be buying weed instead, right? All right, what is this? It looks like I was about to buy something. Oh, no. We're not going to buy that. All right. Where are we? I'm going to hit PayPal orders, and we're going to hit refresh. Shoot, the MI tax is wild. The Michigan tax, is that Michigan? How much is it? All right, $24 from Roki Hyun, and I'm going to assume that's for another pack. Is that right? Let's get a rotation on these. Byakuya Kuchiki. Here's Dragapult. Here's Quip's Dragonair. Here's Chainsaw Man. And here's Ekans Fist. Excuse me. All right. Impel Marvel series again. This is the top seller tonight with bonus holograms and Dr. Doom and a Thanos that sells for like $240. And probably any other really good heroes or villains that you get a 10 on are going to sell for around $100. Very interesting. Ready? Whoa, 24% tax on cannabis? Jesus. That feels excessive. That looked like a Thanos right there, in fact. Hellfire Club. Holy mommy. Famous Battles. Lizard. Archangel. Captain America versus Red Skull. Excalibur. Mole Man. The man who's the mole. We got Captain America. The checklist. That's not a good one. Spider-Man. Spooderman versus Green Goblin. Thing versus Hulk. And there it is. That's the card that we just saw sell for $245. Look, it doesn't look that bad. Your copy looks kind of clean. All right, well, I'll put this in a fun little top loader for you, and we saw him sell for $245 in a 10. You know, we can send this off to CGC for you if you want. Wow, you made that look really easy. Can you give that to Kat? You want to give Thanos to Kat? She's looking for Cyclops. I can do it if you want. We are. Let's see. Let me grab this. Obviously, if you're just giving away a really nice card, Kat's going to appreciate it. But you know she wants that Cyclops. There, got this. And now this goes into your bag. I tried to at least get you this. Oh my God, dude. All right, there we go. Very nice. I'm not really into Marvel. Oh, very cool. Well, we have that in common. We're both not very into Marvel. Marvel's okay. I don't hate it. I watched Endgame. I thought it was kind of fun. You know, like the final battle was kind of cool, right? With all the main characters on screen. And Tony Stark's like, I'm Iron Man. And he does a little snap. It's like, whoa, finger snap. It was cool. All right, let's see. What we got going on now? Just not deeply into it like Pokemon. Yeah, exactly. Next up, we have a big order from Joshua Ramos. 192 slab away. Mr. Josh. Let's go to slab away. I think I hear Kira's stomping around. Okay, Kira's has some anxiety for tomorrow. We're going to go into slab away. $600 minus 190 is $410, right? $410 remain. Boom. You have the Gengar Mimikyu Chinese from May 3rd. Oh, you get into that halfway point just in the nick of time, Joshua. Good job, man. Let me get you on this giveaway too, okay? Just in the nick of time. That's a good idea because we're getting way stricter now, guys. So with slab away, hitting that halfway mark is a necessity now. It's very important. There you go. And if you miss it, for some slabs, that's fine. I actually don't care for some slabs, but not all slabs, okay? All right, so hit that halfway paid off, all right? All right, we're going to do foreclosures, baby. Not a foreclosure. I probably will introduce like a fee or something. All right, we're going to hit refresh. I just want to share the joy. Well, you're sharing it for sure. That Thanos is a big pull. By the way, that means we got to put you on that card, the giveaway card. And this has to say to Kayla from Ki-Hyun Bro. All right, do you want me to write like a... Do you want me to draw like a heart, a big heart with like an arrow going through? I figure if you put that in there, it'll make it'll get her in trouble or something. Now, what was that worth? I don't know. I'm gonna put that at the value of the booster pack at least. It's gotta be worth at least that, right? Okay. So you're at 347, and I'm introducing a new giveaway too. I'm introducing a CGC 9 Darkrai. What is that worth? The CGC 9, probably like $20. So it looks like I'm gonna max out at $260 this month. So for reference, guys, look how generous this group is. Like 50, 110, 140, 110, 16, 260. This one dips into this 347. 90, 50, 26, 35. Wow. That's a lot of money. There we go. I need to get this guy listed up on eBay. Pokemon Stadium Ekans. Hey, it's Mr. CS, man. What's up, man? You open those cool Paldea Evolved during the daytime stream. Woo. What time is it, by the way? 4:20? We're just getting started. We're just getting started. Look, I bought these packs especially with you in mind, Mr. CS. Man, we got the cute little Hello Kitties. So I'm just showing this off to everybody. Amiibo Hello Kitties for Animal Crossing. Do you have a girlfriend who plays Animal Crossing? Do you play Animal Crossing? If you do, these Amiibos will allow you to download what appears to be Hello Kitty furniture into the game. Pretty cool. So those are $8 per pack if you'd like one. And plus, you can probably grade them, especially if you see one that you think is really cute. Probably never going to touch those myself. What? Don't be a Hello Kitty hater. Come on, CS man. Let's see. What else can we work on next? Let's show off the G.I. Joe box break, by the way. That's G.I. Joe box break. We got 2 people in here. We need a total of 8, so that's 6 spots open. The new box, after the Team Rocket Destined Rivals box ended, the box break ended, we started Storm Emeralda box break. It's a short one, 1 in 6. Here is the Team Rocket pack split. We've got 4 people in there now. There's room for basically 6 more people and a gym break. Unless Mr. Ki-Hyun Roh would like to refund that and make it so that all 7 spots are available. We also have Fates Collide now. This is a different pack split. It's for a much cheaper booster pack. It's only $11 per card. It's much, much cheaper, as you can see. So we got a bunch of cool things going on. We also have a new One Piece break. You guys might have missed this. This was in the daytime stream. $25 to get in there. We got the Bowser break is now up 3 out of 9. Bowser has moved, everybody. So first of all, we made him cheaper. We made him 1 in 9 rather than 1 in 10. And now we got a total of 3 out of 9 people in here. It's cool. It's a good looking Bowser. Here's Charizard. Lizardon is all the way up to 17 out of 36, meaning the next person who buys a spot in here breaks the halfway point. Pretty cool. This one's been up here for a while. He's a slow moving one. He takes a while. Here's the Lightning Tyranitar. He's about the same as where he was before. But then also here's the Snorlax. So Snorlax is now 5 out of 10. So we got all these wonderful, wonderful breaks. Also, if you're a first-time buyer, we got a pretty good giveaway for you today. It's Lucario and Riolu. You get both of them as a free first-time buyer. There it is. I'm on that box. Are you? Oh, very cool. The G.I. Joe box, right? Yeah, it's a whole box of G.I. Joe, and you can either open it up immediately, or you can have me send it to you to your home, and you can store it in like a closet and let it keep getting older. You can sell it on eBay. You can show it off to your friends on social media. You can do whatever you want with it. Here we are. It's called a Star Box Break, meaning that there's like a card in the Poke Shuffle where if you pull that card, you go into the break. Oh, we also have this new Jumbo Pack Break, but notably, nobody's jumped into it yet. So nobody's jumped into it. Crimson Invasion, Ascended Heroes, Phantasmal Flames, and Crown Zenith. These 4 packs right here are really a lot of the cost of the whole break. Then we got this lovely card. We got Opus 1. We got Hidden Fates Chinese. Chance for Magikarp. Chance for Charizard and Rayquaza. So that's what we got going on there. Look how thin it is. But that's because the packs are expensive. So what do you guys like better in the Jumbo Pack Break? Do you like a couple expensive packs, or do you like it when it's a whole bunch of cheap packs? What do you guys think is more fun? Maybe the cheap packs. Mister, do you have Wedding Nami by chance? No, I'm afraid I don't. Wedding Nami, huh? You've talked a lot about it. Let me look at it. I'm curious. Maybe in the future we'll host a break on it. I don't know. Give me a minute. Is it just called Wedding Nami? OP15 Nami. Let's take a quick look. Is it like a alternative art? Let me go by highest price. Do you plan to sell that Manga Nami? Eventually, we'll sell the Manga Nami. That's right. Not yet, though. Not time to yet. So I can see that the Japanese Wedding Nami is kind of pricey. What was happening in the story at that point? Wow. So there's 468 English ones, and it costs 1,500. I mean, I couldn't even really host a break on that. It'd be too expensive. Divided by 40. Wow. We need 52 spots. Well, what if we did 2,100 divided by 36? If we did 36 spots, we need $58 per purchase. I don't know. I don't know. Seems really pricey. Either Manga Nami or Wedding Nami. Tell me a little bit about Wedding Nami. Why is she so expensive? I don't understand. I don't watch the show, right? Did something really important happen that episode? Did she actually get married? I doubt she did, right? Nami, alternative art. Let's see about one that hasn't been graded before. So here's one that hasn't been graded. Uh-huh. It looks nice. Mm-hmm. It's weird that it would be so expensive because... Wait, this one right here is cheaper. Alright, hold on, wait a second. Here's a cheaper one. Why was this one so much cheaper than the other one? And why didn't it show up the first time? So, let's try this PSA 10 One Piece Nami. And... let's see. Wedding, maybe? Let's just type in wedding. There are 2 wedding Namis. I don't know. I'm just deeply into it. I love the answer. I don't know. I'm just deeply into it. That's funny, man. I mean, so here's a cheaper wedding Nami. I found it at a cheaper price. In theory, I could order it and then put it up on the table as a break. Or a red label. All right, let me see. Wow, it would still be 31 spots in a break. I'll have to think about it. It's really, really, really expensive. I'm going to go ahead and check the queue now. We've been talking about that for a little while. Let's check the queue and see what kind of orders we got. We got an order from Mr. Joseph. All right, Joseph says 2 Poke Shuffles. You got it, Joseph. So stick around, guys. We got to give away the second chance bounty tonight. That'll be cool. 2 Poke Shuffles. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. What do we got? 2 cold ones. That's Joseph Smith. I'm sorry, Joseph Smith. All right. Popping that back up there. Appreciate it, man. David Moraes, 3 Fortnuts and 3 Amiibos. All right. These are the Hello Kitty Amiibos. So these Amiibos are very interesting. I'm curious if there's like a chase card in there or if they're all basically just the same vehicle cards. 3 Fortnuts. You're going deeper on the Fortnuts, huh? You know, I think Hathim kind of gave up on them. And I find that interesting because I wouldn't be surprised if another holo popped out. All right, let's get it. Wedding Nami. Snipping this. All right. Good. All right. Good. What do we got? So here's what it looks like. Here's a packet of it. Chelsea. Chai. Oh, this looks like the exact same characters. No, this one's different. Etoile. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Marty. And Rilla. That's what these look like. The Hello Kitty cards. They're all Amiibos. See that? And they're scannable. I have a lot of Fortnite cards. Okay. Chelsea. Chai. Oh, no. It's not just the same cards each time, is it? Oh, no. That looks like it's the same cards each time. So I'm starting to suspect, Mr. David, that maybe there is no chase card. Oh, no, it's exactly the same cards each time. All right, I didn't know what these were when we bought them. This is not like a normal card set. It appears you only need 1 pack of them. And they just straight up contain the Amiibos, and then you're done. Like, so now, if you're playing Animal Crossing, you have the Amiibos for all the Hello Kitty. He says, no, I'm so sorry, man. These were very new. I didn't know what they were. I was just asked to buy them. Somebody asked me to buy these and put it on the menu, and I did. There we are. All right, so you got a lot of Amiibos. Here we are. Let's see what's in here. Let's see if we get good luck over here, okay? Give me a second. Still can have some good luck in the Fortnuts. 1. I thought maybe it would be like cute little Hello Kitty character, or like maybe there would be like different cards in each pack. No, it's the exact same card in every pack. So that is not what I was expecting. That definitely changes my perspective on them. There you are. And let's see. Kind of reminds me of the Adventure Time cards. Somebody was having me grade these plungers. Isn't that interesting? All right. No holo either. Oh, no. All right, David Moraes. I'm so sorry. I'll tell you what I'll do for you. I'll put you on the giveaway tonight. Amiibos for everyone. Yeah, they weren't what I thought they were going to be. I'm sorry. I wish they were really good. Ooh, you still got that Donatello. That looks really good. Okay. And then Fortnite was not $19 Fortnite card. I don't know what to think of the Amiibos now. Like, you know, so if you play Animal Crossing, it's probably worth grabbing them for the game. But I don't know if I could recommend them for grading. So that changes what I would recommend about them. And then I think I ought to just relist them onto eBay. Actually, you know, the booster packs could be graded. They're very pretty looking booster packs. So that's also interesting. What was I going to do? Where's the giveaway? Here it is. So I'm going to put you up on here, David. Appreciate you taking a stab at them. You kind of risked it on something we didn't know as much about. It was truly a strange product, you know. All right. We have an order now. For Elijah Martinez, let me get a spot in the Team Rocket pack break and the Jumbo pack break. All right. I like it. Jumbo pack break is moving. Elijah, I wasn't sure if it would move, considering that it wasn't like super thick. Usually the Jumbo pack break is physically large, but this time it's kind of a smaller bag. But it's because all the packs cost more. They're all fancy packs. It is. Like the Crimson Invasion itself is a $32 pack. So that's why it's a smaller bag. So we got Elijah in there. We need 3 more people in that Jumbo pack break. And here's the expensive booster, which contains the Team Rocket pack. Someone had to take the hit. Here it is, 5 of these. Maybe somebody took the hit out. Somebody stole all the hits. All right. Thank you so much. We have an order from Joseph Smith. 1 spot in the Snorlax. Here goes. All right. So Snorlax is now looking quite close to the end. Black Star Snorlax. There we go. Good luck in there, Mr. Joseph. The table breaks. They're riskier, right? But it's like you get way better hits. You just go straight to a good one. Pretty interesting. Snorlax now sitting at 6 out of 10, everybody. Make sure you see that 6. All right. Joshua Ramos, spot on the Fates Collide, and 4 of the Japanese Scarlet. Here you go. Joshua Ramos, you're the first one into that new split. This says Vintage Split. Instead of Vintage Split, we're going to call this the Cheap Split. Or Split 2. Let's see. Cheap Split. All right. There's the expensive split and the cheap split. That's how we keep them separated. 4 of the Japanese Scarlets. Where are we hiding those Scarlets? Are they over here? No, that's the Mega Simps. You guys have no clue how close we are to being sold out of the Japanese Scarlet and then never selling it again. It's the end of an era, everybody. It is. This is the end of an era. Scarlet. So he's buying 4 of these. And now look how much is left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. When these 12, just 12 packs are sold, it never comes back on the menu. It's the end of Scarlet Violet for us. This happens every time. So like that happened for Sword and Shield. It happened for Sun and Moon. There is a point where we stop selling products from that time period and they just don't return. And that's what's going to happen with the Scarlet set. So it's on its way out, and then it's not coming back. It's kind of cool in a way. It's like the passage of time, you know, like the fall and the winter and the spring, you know. You're getting older is what I'm trying to tell you. Get existential. Here goes Joshua Ramos. Halucha. Cold. Cold. And Don Dozo. He's a bozo. All right, Don Dozo it is. Grabbing this. Just some hollows out of there. Maybe an AR in the next couple packs. I don't know. Pulling that back down. Joshua Ramos. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day for a neighbor. I should start singing to you guys every day. Thank you, Mr. Joshua. Appreciate it. Now, what's weird is right after your order of $27, we have an Eric Rodriguez order of $27. So he would like the Amiibo. Now, we were testing this, and it seems an awful lot like it's just the same cards each time. Do you still want the pack? Do you want me to open it? Do you want me to leave it sealed, potentially? It seems like you could grade it, even. The pack itself seems gradable. Interspecies and a spot on the Fates Collide. All right, we got 2 people in the Fates Collide now. Eric Rodriguez. Tomorrow's my credit card and debit card statement comes. My credit card and debit card statement? What does that mean? You've been buying on credit, hopefully not too much. You better keep that. You better keep those cards empty. All right, so this is going in here. I'm scared. It is maxing all credit cards out on Pokemon cards. Do you guys like to max your cards out on Pokemon? I don't blame you. But, you know, be sure to take care of yourselves. All right, and here's the interspecies. Boop. We discovered we had a bunch of interspecies, and I thought it was just unpopular, which doesn't make any sense to me, because the first time we had interspecies on the menu, it sold out, right? But I discovered I had like another case of it or something, and no one was buying it, so I thought it was just unpopular. Turned out it was off the menu. It needed to be put onto the menu. Did you put my poker card on consignment? Not yet. And actually, I need to go look and see exactly how much of that we have. So, all right. So there's the little kitty. Meow. And this is for Eric Rodriguez. I'm going to snip this. Okay. Tossing that away. And what do we have? We've got Boobs McGee, Boobs McGee, Boobs McGee, Boobs McGee, Boobs McGee, and Grandma, who also has boobs. Wow. That's a lot of boobs. Should you just keep all the boob cards, perhaps? If you kept all the boob cards, you'd keep the whole pack. So I don't know if we're going to do that. That's too many boobs. But here, take that one and this one with you for good luck, okay? All right, so that's what Interspecies Reviewer looks like. It is kind of a naughty set. It's an anime, a really risque one, apparently. We haven't put your card up for consignment yet, but we're probably going to do that later, okay? I've got a note, and it says, put this card up on consignment, baby. All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Eric Rodriguez. Who is next? Do we have any other orders? What in the world did I just see? You saw a kind of lewd Weiss Schwartz set. All right, let's see what we got here. We've got Inteleon, Aggron, Pikachu, Heatran. Look at that Heatran for $4.50. Oops. And Kadabra. Ooh, Kadabra. What do you think about me listing up this Heatran? You think I should? Or do you think he'll just keep going up in price if he doesn't sell? Now I got to advertise this. Take a look. Elijah Martinez is in the jumbo pack split. Doesn't look like a jumbo pack split. What's going on there? These are all expensive. Pricey booster packs in here. We need 3 more people. That's a pricey one. It's cool because we usually do a bunch of cheap ones, but this time we went with high quality, expensive ones. All right, Fates Collide is on the move. There's 2 people in it. It's only $11. making it way more accessible than the $50 Team Rocket pack split. We also have this whole box, which I think we bought this for Sarah Dusenberry, but the whole box is just priced at $220, and I don't know, should we reserve it for her? Should it be for Sarah only? I don't know. How should it work? What is this? This is, oh man, wouldn't you like to open this? First edition, right there, see, first edition, English Freerin, which is insanely expensive. It is bonkers how pricey that is. It's very expensive. Looks like we have this right here too. What's this doing in here? So here's a whole box of this Mega Greninja set, which name escapes me. I can't remember the name of it. Municus, this should actually be over here. Aha, here it is. So that's the Greninja set. And it is kind of running low. Let's go ahead and open this. Oh, this is the set that has all the Deoxyses in it. Ah, that's cool. Can't watch that with the family in the room. I mean, you could, but it better, by family, you better mean just you and your wife and your wife's sister wife. Okay, let's grab this. All right, you ready? Put that there. Tossing this. Look at all these gray ninja packs. Someone's future's in those packs, man. You guys ever thought of buying one of those Sarah Dusenberry jumbo Pokemon packs? She loves those. She buys them all the time. All right, I think I'll put this in here. There we go. All right, good. I'm supposed to list one item on eBay per night, and I hate doing it. I hate doing it. Let's pick some cards that need to rotate off the table real fast. What should be rotated off? Well, first of all, this Eevee, which is really nice, that should be a $60 card, because we looked that one up and we know it's 60. And that one could probably just go off into the Pokey Shuffles. Good. All right. Okay. What's in the news that you guys want to talk about today? Anything? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Apparently, there was some large Logan Paul event at Golden, and they pulled a bunch of Michael Jordan rookie cards. That was kind of cool. They pulled like 5 of them. Old Maid Eevee T10. Okay. Of course, I'm not into collecting sports, so I don't really, I'm not freaking out over it. But, man, that seems like a lot because I know that card's really desirable. There we go. I didn't see if they pulled a Charizard. Did Logan Paul open like a base set booster box? Let me look up the news. Let's see. Logan Paul news. Nah. Yeah, it doesn't say anything. Like, I see the live stream, but I have no clue what they pulled. All right, let me close this. Let's see. Can't watch that. News is boring. Just Trump winning. It's exhausting. Oh, yeah? Did he just win? Let's see. News. All right. Top stories. Hamas reaches Gaza disarmament agreement with Board of Peace. Oh, yeah, there's that Board of Peace thing. At least 18 die after breach of border between Morocco and Spanish exclave of Ceuta. 18 people drowned to death, guys. Trump threatens to withdraw Blanche as Attorney General, dealing blow to nomination. I don't know. U.S. investigating whether Iran was behind cyber attack in Minnesota water systems. Let's see. Saudi Arabia is forming a coalition to protect the Red Sea. Yeah, that's interesting. With the war in the Middle East probably being one of the most important stories, what's been really interesting, kind of paying attention to that, has been noticing how, so people over here in America fight over whether Iran's good or bad. Ironically, I mean, it chanced death to America for like 40 years. I thought that was pretty bad. But some people are like, we're the bad guys. What's really interesting is over there, they don't even like each other over there. So there's Middle Eastern countries, and they don't like Iran, and they don't want Iran to be in charge of anything. Like Saudi Arabia, UAE, I guess maybe Kuwait, maybe Jordan, maybe Egypt. They don't want like Iran to have like a nuclear bomb and then tell everyone else what they have to do. And so, ironically, the United States actually gets some popularity and support for doing this war with partners out there. They're like, yeah, we're glad you're doing the war. We're glad you're stopping Iran from getting too powerful, because the balance of power in the Middle East, we don't want it to be in their hands. We'd rather it be in our hands. Like good for them. They're like, hey, this is kind of a sweet deal. USA does some heavy lifting for us a little bit. But I remember the UAE and Saudi Arabia, I remember hearing them talk about this. They said if Iran got a nuclear bomb, we would be forced to get a nuclear bomb as well. And it's like, man, the world doesn't need more nuclear bombs, does it? It's just kind of silly, isn't it? Actually, Warren Buffett, he was in an interview and he said Iran shouldn't have a nuclear bomb. He's like, why should I support any country building more nuclear bombs? It's just a bad thing. Just in general, like the idea of nuclear bombs is bad. All right, let's see. Persian ladies can be beautiful, says Annie Man. What? I thought you were talking about the Pokemon card Persian. Here's Duraludon for $30 as a tag 10. That's not bad. Here's Lucario V-Star. What do you guys think of these? These are kind of nice. But this muck's pretty expensive. I don't know if anyone's about to buy this muck. What do you guys think of that? All right. Oh, let me hit refresh over here real fast. Spain was just invaded. Don't know if they will recover. Their territory was invaded. But the question is, will the president of Spain give all those guys who just invaded more amnesty? And I think we can conclusively say, if you give people who push their way into the country by breaking the rules the right to become a citizen and vote and be eligible for welfare and be eligible for all this other stuff, if you do that, well, you're just going to get more. Like in like 2 seconds, you're going to get more, because everyone's going to go like, hey, time to become a citizen of Spain, like right now. Pack your bags, honey. This is a once in a chance lifetime to get our asses out of here, wherever they're at. This is the thing. You're never drawing people in from, like, I don't know, like maybe South Korea, maybe Japan. You're not drawing those people in because they already have a nice country. So they don't want to leave. So the people, when you create a system like they did in Spain, where you can break their rules and push into the country, you just incentivize people who are coming out of kind of like, the slums. That's mainly what you're going to get. So the slums drain into your country, and that sounds probably kind of mean, but I'm just saying it how it actually is. That's how it works. The Japanese aren't going to move out of Japan and go, oh, yeah, I'm going to get into Spain now. It's not going to be them. You're going to get all the people who are coming out of the most difficult to live in countries. And that could end in a very productive way. That's maybe that's the argument, is how does this story end? Does it end very productively, like all the new arrivals learn Spanish and they love Spain and they treat everybody with respect and they follow the rules and they don't create unsafe environment for women and children? Or it could end with a whole bunch of women getting harassed, and some of them probably getting R-worded, and maybe a couple murders and a whole bunch of theft. And people running sort of like, oh, wait a second, I took a picture of this and it still had its price tag on it. Let me do this. So it could end with a whole bunch of people doing a whole bunch of scams, trying to sell garbage on the streets, trying to steal and resell garbage they stole. That's probably how it ends. But in the longer term, then a different thing occurs. Over a long period of time, Spain becomes minority Spanish. It's not the homeland of the Spanish anymore. And that's kind of the bigger question, is does that happen? And I think people talked about those subjects like it was primarily scaremongering, it really doesn't look like scaremongering anymore. I think as time goes by, people are probably convinced it's a real thing. The idea that the native population is eventually replaced, which of course shouldn't be surprising at all, because that's been going on throughout history forever. Like, how did America become European primarily? Well, it wasn't originally that way. All right, so here's a muck poker playing cards. Red deck. Oops. 089. 5 of spades. Pokemon. Gotta hoard them all. All right, we're gonna pick this. Let's see. Do you have any Magic serialized cards? Great question. I don't think I have any of those. Is this messing up again? Pokemon. Search. I think it's breaking. I think the app's breaking. Okay, I think the app is actually breaking here. So let's go ahead and grab all these. And we're going to hit copy. And now we're going to close the app completely. Okay, so the app just closed completely. So this happened the other day, and it didn't fix itself just from closing it. So what if I do this? Oh, it worked that time. Weird. So we're going to say PSA. We're going to say grade is 10. We're going to hit continue. UK is a great example of the illegal immigrants taking over the UK. Yeah, I've been seeing some videos of that. I've seen some videos of some areas where it's just probably 90% not British, which I guess is supposed to be fine. It's not supposed to be a problem that that's happening, but it kind of makes you wonder, like, what's the point of moving to Britain if there's no British people left? Then it just becomes kind of a rock in a way, doesn't it? It's just a rock. It's just a cold, cloudy rock that you're living on. There we go. All right. Very good. We're going to hit. It's like if you went to an Italian restaurant and nobody in the restaurant is actually Italian cooking your food. And you'd be like, I guess it's Italian. You know, it's like inauthentic food. All right. Very good. So Mr. Muck is now listed. Cool. There we go. Why would you want blank and criminals into your country? Makes no sense. Yeah, so there is actually some reasoning to that, and most people have figured it out. They figured out that if you run on a policy of giving away free stuff, you're the party that benefits the very most from handing out amnesty to people that just came into the country from other failed countries or countries with very, very bad poverty. So if you say, we're going to give away free food, we're going to give away free diapers, a stipend for every child, we're going to give you free hospital care, you're going to get public education, you're going to get blah, 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 blah. Who pays for all that? Well, the native population pays for it. And so if you're giving all this stuff away, the next step is to say, and if you push your way in, we'll let you vote. We'll turn you into a citizen. So you can vote for me to give you all that stuff. So it's a strategy. It's an actual, and it works. It's a very strong strategy. It's a strategy. It's a political strategy to have a population that demographically changes very heavily, and then you win your vote. That's it. You win. You win. It's sort of like subverts democracy. That's what's gone on in the last 100 years, I guess, or the last 20 years. Politicians discovered, hey, wait a second. You can just import voters. It also changes my perception of democracy. When I was younger, I was sort of raised to believe that democracy was the greatest thing since sliced toast. I don't believe that anymore. See, when they talked about different governing systems, they're like, oh, the monarchy's bad because the king has too much power. Oh, fascism and communism is bad because too much authoritarianism. So you get these different forms of governments, and everyone talks about how democracy is the very best. But it's weird because even in a democratic system, eventually the politicians figured out that they can import voters, and the people figure out they can vote for money. So even democracy eventually just has a problem. I think the only thing that works is having a true leader who truly cares about the country itself and a population that truly cares about the country itself. So you need those two things. People who really care about the country and a leader who really cares about the country. And then after that, the system you use doesn't matter quite as much, you know? So I think, you know, whatever system of organization you use for your government, it can work. It's just that everyone has to agree, we love the country, we want the country to succeed, and we're all in it for the country, and that's it. So I think it's more about loyalty and nationality, or nationalism, if you wish, than it is about, you know, exactly how the rules are set up. Or at least I'm seeing how important that is as an adult. And I'm seeing that democracy is not necessarily the best thing in the world. It's possible for democracy to not do very well. All right, here goes. People can vote to be stupid. It's as simple as that. People can vote to be stupid. Here's Bonnet. Oh, yeah. And, of course, everyone's always known this. This is why you've got people on the far left and people on the far right, and they're both saying we need authoritarianism because democracy is not giving them what they want. And so there, you know, so maybe it's sort of a sad thing, but here are some of the indicators that you are going to end up with, you know, some sort of authoritarianism in the leading style. Hey, look at that bonnet. Looks like great centering there, Mr. Elijah. Very nice. You're going to end up with an authoritarian regime if society's doing so poorly that everyone's miserable. So you just can't have that, right? You just cannot have everyone's disappointed with the way that the country is being ran. Here's Mr. Edward. Mr. Elijah, did you have a bag already? I don't remember if you had a bag. Here's an Efren Arriaga. Edward, who's this? Wait a second. Is this you? Elijah Martinez, is this your bag? Is this your bag from 425? That might be yours. We might have saved it for you. Look, it's expired. Actually, it's expired by a couple months. I have a bag. Well, you got that one. Do you have another one? Let me see if you got another one. You're probably feeling pretty good tonight if that's... Let's see. Here's an Emmanuel Martinez. Here's an Edward Delson. Delson. Do we have another one for you? Another one. Eddie Berto. Eric Rodriguez. Anyway, so yeah, I have really been questioning the idea of democracy for a while now, actually. Here's Evie. If I knew we could have a system that was more successful but took away everyone's right to vote, but everyone was... So I'm setting up the parameters, right? I'm setting up the end result ahead of time. But let me ask you guys honestly, if you could live in a society that was wealthier, healthier, lived longer, better safety, better quality of living, but you lost the right to vote, would you give that up? And I think that that's a very difficult question for people, including myself. But it's a very fascinating question because countries like that already exist. You know, there are countries where you don't get to say how the country is ran, but the quality of living is very high. Places like China is, for one. China's the second largest or second wealthiest country in the world, and they have an authoritarian regime, you know, like the bad guys. But also places like maybe UAE and Saudi Arabia. Those countries are kind of similar. It's not like you're going to kick the king out and say, sorry, king, you don't get to decide anymore. So there's countries where they're not ran the way we're ran, and they've managed to make the countries very nice. But I think China's probably the most straightforward foil to American democracy. They have their communist ruling party, and they're not really communist anymore. They're capitalists. So they have their capitalist ruling party, and the country over there is doing exceedingly well. But maybe that's just Xi Jinping. Like, so maybe when that guy dies or passes away from old age. So here's what I'm going to do for you, Elijah. I'm going to go ahead and reset this to Do me a favor and ship it out sometime, okay? But we're going to reset this to 826, okay? All right. Thanks for coming back. I appreciate it, man. Good. But so maybe when Xi Jinping passes away, it all falls apart. Who knows? Like maybe the strength of democracy is the fact that, you know, when a bad leader, or maybe when a good or bad leader passes, the next good or bad leader passes pretty fast too, you know? So one of the complaints about American leadership is that they only get to rule for about 8 years, which isn't very long. But maybe that's a good thing too, because if you get a bad leader, that person doesn't get to lead too long either. But I don't know. It's an interesting, conversation. Mr. JC says, there's an Italian restaurant in my town, but it's run by Eastern European foreigners. There isn't a single Italian or British person working there, and it tastes terrible. Yeah, exactly. So if I go on vacation to Spain, and everybody's there except for actual Spanish people, I'm not taking a vacation to Spain anymore. And that's the same like if you go into a restaurant. Let's say if I go into maybe like a Chinese restaurant, and the chef and the menu and all that, none of it's Chinese. What am I eating? I'm just eating a replica. I'm eating Taco Bell, which is fine if you like Taco Bell. But it's the same with the British. It's the same with the French. If you go to Paris and nobody in Paris is French, you're not in France. It's just how it is. You have to be around French people to actually be in France. That's how it is. And that's, I don't know, is that too philosophical? Is that stupid? Is that a bad take? I think it's common sense. Here's Roki Hyun. He says, the rest, all spots on Fates Collide. Fates Collide is going off immediately, guys. Mr. Roki Hyun is buying the rest of the spots. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we have it. So tomorrow's stream might be disrupted, by the way, guys. Wait, why'd I do this? The Friday stream might be disrupted. If you want to have fun on this channel, you got to have the fun tonight, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, that's 8. I need 2 more. 9, 10. A big fat hen. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Actually, I have experienced that. So there's a restaurant out here, and it's Thai food, and it's ran entirely by white people. And Karis and I ate there one time, and it was horrible. It was just like, I don't know, they just didn't know how to make it or something. But they opened up a Thai restaurant, and it's right in the main area, by the way. It's right in the main, it's called The Strip. It's a Thai restaurant, and everybody in it is white, and it just doesn't make a lick of sense. It makes no sense. And so we ate there one time, and it tasted terrible, and we never went back. All right, so Mr. Roki Hyun, your cards will be these blank ones, okay? And we have a Fates Collide pack going off, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and mark it as sold. Let's see, we're going to grab this. We're going to jump over here to the breaks history. And we're going to say Fates Collide Split, which went off at 2 hours, 48 minutes, and 0 seconds. All right, let's see. It's time. I haven't bought stuff in a while. You took a little break, huh? Well, it's nice to see you, man. It's nice to have you on the table opening some cards. Are you happy I saved your bag? I saw how good your stuff was, and I must have said, I can't take this bag. It's too good. So, but the bag was expired by a couple months. But I do that. When a bag's really good, I don't like to take it till it gets pretty old. Let's see. State-run grocery stores. Haha, communism is crazy. We talked about that yesterday. I was saying they should just give people more food stamps. Problem solved. They can then just go buy food. So the government does what the government does best. Taxing people and handing out welfare. That's what the government's really good at. Only the government can do that. Like, you don't want a private industry doing that. So the government's good at taxing. The government's good at welfare. Just raise taxes and hand out more food stamps. Now, why would the government be in charge of a grocery store? Not only is the government not going to be good at running grocery stores, because people who are really good at running grocery stores, they're going to go open their own grocery store, So the people who run it are going to be like government workers. And then on top of that, you're going to drive all the other grocers out of business. So you've actually injured, grocery stores in the local area by undercutting them using our taxpayer dollars. So it doesn't make too much sense. And I don't know why they want it. Maybe it's because maybe they just really like communism. I don't know. Maybe this is like fun for them or something, like the Summer of Love Chaz place in Washington. I'm not sure. Yeah, they literally could just hand out more food stamps and the problem would be solved instantly. It's the same problem is solved in a different way. Okay, here goes. Oh, give me a number to split the pack. White code? Could be. I'm very happy. Thank you. I'm glad to hear that, man. Welcome back, Elijah. Ooh, I drank all my drink and now I'm thirsty. I'm thirsty. I'm a thirsty boy. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'd let Cactuar Queen run my communist Pokemon card shop. She'd do a really good job. All right, we've got Rokihyun. Kihyun Ro. Pulling. Kabuto. All right. Here's Joshua Ramos. He's going to pull Wormadam. Oh my gosh, not Wormadam. Joshua Ramos. I don't know about that Wormadam. I don't give a damn about that Wormadam. Good. So you don't have to worry about him sniping the rare now. But there's still the other guy. So this is number 3. That's Rokihyun. Ooh, a trainer. That sucks. All right. The next 2 cards are the rare and the reverse holo. They're the big ones. Okay, you get the rare. I can't reveal it. It's a secret. And here goes. Is it you? It's you. You did it. Yay! All right. You took a risk buying out the rest of those. Wow, it looks pretty clean, man. Hopefully it's a 10, okay? All right, so we're not going to reveal what they are till the end. And now let's finish the pack. So we've got you. We'll keep this a secret too. Why not? You. You. Eric Rodriguez. Mr. Eric's going to pull. Burmy! Oh man, you took the Burmy out of the pack. That's like one of the best cards. Now Burmy's not too crazy, right? He turns into Wormadam, for example. All right, that's Eric Rodriguez's second bag. All right, you're in luck, Mr. Rokihyun. The only the only Pokemon they took was Burmy and Wormadam. Last one, we're gonna do the reveal now, everybody. Okay, hopefully a nice hot pack. This is Fates Collide. Okay. Larvitar, I like it already. Cottony. I'd use it to clean the bathroom. Bronzor. Seal. Kissed by your rose on the grave. All right. And now this should be the reverse holo, shouldn't it? Or is this the rare? I can't tell. Oh, that's the rare. This is the rare. Okay, here goes. Yes! Audino EX. Excellent. So that's a heavy pack. You pulled an EX Audino. And now, ready? Runiclus. I think he said he thought that this Pokemon was the ugliest Pokemon. Didn't you say that? Was it you or was it someone else? So Runiclus and Audino in this Fates Collide pack. And that's the end of the pack. Thank you very much. All right. Well, that was a lot of fun. I think you did pretty good pulling an EX out of there. Pretty much any EX at this point from the XY era is very nice. Let's go grab your bag. Let's see. If you go to a Chinese restaurant and the food tastes great, but Mexicans cook it, does it really matter? That's a good question. It's like if a tree falls in the woods and nobody hears it, does it matter? It's like one of those questions. Well, obviously, the Mexican chef cooked it really well because he's got the cooking skills of his ancestors within him. And this is like a superpower for him. All right. There we go. Very nice. Well, let me ask you this. Let's say you wanted to eat authentic Mexican food. Authentic. And you have choices where to go. You got Restaurant A. It's ran by a bunch of white people. And Restaurant B. It's ran by an immigrant Mexican family. Which one are you going to go to? You tell me. You can choose either. But which one would you go to if you wanted authentic Mexican? All right, we're going to put this back up here. Very nice. I think it matters. I think if I went on a vacation to Mexico and there were no Mexicans in Mexico, I'd be like, this does not feel like Mexico anymore. And maybe that's a hard idea to accept, but I think that's how it would feel. I think it would feel like a different country. And maybe that's fine, you know. Countries kind of trade hands over time, but do you want your country to trade hands? Right? Like, maybe that sounds great if you're the people that are winning. Maybe it's not so great if you're the people that are losing, right? Like, you could argue, you know, like Native Americans, for example. Hawaiians in Hawaii is a more modern example. All right. What do we got next? It's red. Let's see. We got, we could just run Fates Collide twice. Do you guys want another round of the Fates Collide? We could just run it twice. I mean, the first one went off so fast. Wait, maybe we shouldn't, because I feel like when you run it twice, people don't have as much fun. Let's do a Cosmic, dude. Cosmic's great. Friday. That's right. All right. There we go. I'm not against diversity, by the way. I want to be clear with that. Diversity is fine. My, you know, I myself am not like pure white, you know. I get it. It's, a lot of people don't even know what that word white means, you know. White people bred all kinds of ways for a long time before they turned into what they were. And then, you know, they're all different amongst each other, too. I think the subject comes more along into a different area of population replacement, you know. Bringing in so much immigration that the natives become a minority in their own in their own country. And why would a country do this? Well, because it's strategically advantageous for, like, some Marxist leader who says, hey, we need a lot of poor people so that I can give them amnesty and free stuff. All right, so the Cosmic. How's it doing? Let's see. And is that right? Hold on. And then divide this by 10, right? Okay, so it says... So let me see how much we're selling our Cosmic for. So Cosmic has gone up. So Cosmic shall now go from 155 to 160. And we're going to update the website as well. Korean foods are the best. We had a Korean restaurant in St. Louis called Soul Garden, and it was super good. We loved it. And it was really expensive, so we didn't get to eat there very often. The website price is much higher. Wait a second. Why is the website price so high? So the website price isn't correct. We're going to lower that. All right, so that's weird. Sometimes that happens. The YouTube price and the website price get out of whack with each other. So we're going to whack it back into order. And now this Cosmic Eclipse break shall begin. There we go. It's too expensive if you try to eat it here in the USA. $30 dish in Korea, it's going to be less than 10. Yeah, that's exactly what we experienced. So when we go to actual Soul Garden and order their dishes, they want like $25 for bibimbap or something like that, right? Or, you know, bulgogi beef, or there we go, or They got all those really yummy soups. All right, let's see. So this is going to be 16, 10 out of 10. With the spicy fermented chili paste. Let's see, what is the name of that? I have a tub of it in my fridge. It's called, I can't remember the name, but it's really important for Korean cooking. It's called, I can't remember it. Yeah, I got a tub of it in my fridge. Bibimbap, $9 in Korean top. Yeah. Yeah, there was some really good Korean grocery stores in St. Louis. See, I don't live there anymore. I'm in Lake of the Ozarks now, and we don't have it anymore. So there's this really good Korean grocery store, and you go in there, and the immediate feeling you get is that it's very scrappy. Okay, so the Korean grocery store doesn't feel very upscale at all. And the people working there look like a regular immigrant family, and they're hustling, you know, that's the feeling. And if you go in there, they have pre-cooked food, and they just set it up on the counter near like the cash registers, and it's cheap as hell. So you're right, it's like really affordable, and it was good. And it made the whole grocery store stink. It had a very powerful Korean cooking smell throughout the whole grocery store. Actually, it was a grocery store restaurant combination, so it was like two buildings in one. But they like shut the kitchen down, and they just started bringing the food into the grocery store. So you would go shopping, and they had all kinds of crazy stuff. I loved it. The stuff that I never would have seen unless I'd gone shopping in their store. And they had like a freezer. It just sat on the floor, this big freezer, and you'd lift the door up like this, the lid. So we had that kind of freezer back at home in our in our basement. And inside of the freezer, they just have like random whole fishes. It was funny, like just wrapped up in shrink wrap and frozen. And then they would have a whole freezer section for like squid and octopus. And actually I bought blue crab from them one time, and it was horrible. So it was like terribly expired, and I gave up on it. But I got to try a lot of Korean ramen noodles from that shop, where I couldn't pronounce the names at all. I didn't know the names of anything. But I got to buy, it was all this product that we would never have, you know, here in the United States. You wouldn't find it on Amazon even, because it's refrigerated. So they had all these noodle dishes, cold, hot, and they would keep them in the fridge. So the noodles were like soft and floury and doughy. They weren't like the hard ones that you get from like a ramen noodle packet. And it was so good. Lots of stinky, fishy flavors, the kind of stuff I love. Chris Gonzalez says, Sniper Gang, 3 pokey shuffles. You got it, man. 3 pokey shuffles. Gochujang, that's the one. I always get the name mixed up and confused. Gochujang, there we go. All right, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. We even own the stone bowls. You know what I'm talking about? Where you cook the bowl and then you set it on a stone plate. There we go. Ooh. Very nice. 3 cold ones. Just what the doctor ordered, Chris. Chris, these are yours. You can order me to put them in your bag, okay? I'm going to put them back here because I'm going to assume you donate from it. Let's see. You probably mean H Mart. They are a good mart. Probably. Kimchi? Yeah, there's obviously a ton of kimchi. There's like 100 different versions of kimchi. And then they had like a whole bunch of different mushrooms. They had the onoki mushrooms or something like that. They had king oyster mushrooms. They were huge. And you just eat like a giant mushroom stem, and I would cook with that. They had the radish. What's the name of the radish? The radish was called something. It's been like, I haven't been to St. Louis in like 7 years. I can't remember the name of the radish. And then they would have lotus root. They would have pickled lotus root. They'd have pickled radish. They had Napa cabbage. They had the spinach. What is the name of that spinach? Bok choy. All the good stuff. It was really nice. I don't have anything like that out in Lake of the Ozarks, so all I can do is order that kind of food off of Amazon, but Amazon doesn't deliver fresh food. We have Mr. Vizard Zero. He says, Mister, I got a Holland Phantom Reverse Hollow PSA 10 Torchic, and the cheapest buy now on eBay is $50K. Do you think that's realistic that someone would pay that? No. but they might pay 15,000, maybe even 20,000 if they're cuckoo for coconuts. So, you know, for Cocoa Puffs. So you can go post it for 20,000, but 50 seems a bit high. You know, so if there's no examples of that Torchic having been sold, what I would do is look for something similar. So look for like, what's the most expensive Holland Phantom reverse holo that ever sold? If none of them reach 50, then you know that guy's just showing off. The other thing you can do is look for other reverse holo stamp Torchic from other sets like Emerald or something like that, maybe Crystal Guardians. See if they've sold for 50,000. If they haven't, he's just, you know, he's just showing off. He's not really sure if he really wants to sell it. So he says, well, if somebody buys it for 50,000, I'll sell it. But other than that, I don't want to sell it. So that's what that price is. Highly doubt. Yeah, there it is. I think last sold to 7.5. Yeah, so you could list yours for like 15,000, and that's still pushing the market pretty high. But, you know, if it sells, you're going to be happy. Holland Reverse Pikachu 10 just sold for 20. Okay. Holland Phantoms Reverse Pikachu 20K. Okay, so 20K Pikachu, 15K Torchic. Again, I think my intuition was pretty close there. Javier, he says, what's up, Mr. One Magic Marvel, one live custom. If you want to just hold it, you can just hold it. Javier, what's up, man? All right. Spend your money now, guys, if you want to have fun here, because I can't promise the stream tomorrow, okay? Might be disrupted. You got the rule book from Riftbound, okay? All right. Whatever happened to Tyler? Tyler who? Which Tyler are we talking about? One Magic Marble. There we go. All right. Ooh. Thanks, Mr. Man. I wish I bought all of your EX era slabs back in the day. I was selling a lot of them, and we turned them into breaks and all kinds of stuff. And I kept saying, these are so good, these are so good, these are so good, you got to get them. Like, I think I sold a Snorlax Dragon Frontiers to Jennifer Yap, and if I just held it, I'd be sitting on like a $20,000 slab now. But I think I sold it to her for like $1,000. So, but I did keep a lot of them too. I kept a lot of my favorite ones. So, like, for example, I've got the Tyranitar from, what set was it? Was it Dragon Frontiers? I don't remember what set he's from. But I got the Tyranitar from that. I own like 3 or 4 of those. Here goes. You sold a Delta Species Umbreon for 1K. I remember someone sniped me on Slab Away. That sucks. I think I still have a bunch of those. I think I still have like 4 of those or something. And I bet you that card's got to be expensive too. Like, I would bet it's like 15,000. Here, I'm just going to throw this away. You ready? Futurist Forge. Fisk Tower. I need my drink. Fisk Tower. Asgardian Citadel. Kong Temporal Tyrant. Shield Helicarrier. Minion Missile. Common Crook. Sadistic Slash. Abomination. Terrifying Titan. Okay. Forest. You know what? You want to know what cards I'm focused on real hard right now? Pokemon Poker. Big fan. Here's the Ruinous Wrecking Crew. Heroic Intervention. You know, one of the reasons people didn't jump into those reverse holo stamp cards back in the day was because they were too scared. So their gut told them, I don't know if I should spend $1,000 on this. What if it's a waste of money? And it just wasn't, you know? And I feel like that's probably how people feel about other sets like Tops or like Poker. So it's not like they can't be expensive. They definitely could be expensive. But, and they are already. I mean, Tops has gotten like double or triple its original price. Poker's really shot up. But they can go obviously much higher because when you compare them to their counterparts from that time period, you know, they're probably one of the cheapest vintage cards out there. And it's just fascinating because it's like, I feel like people don't always see the vision. They don't always see the possibility. They don't imagine what would it really look like if a couple deep-pocketed guys started fighting over the poker cards and, you know, they gained notoriety over time and, you know, slowly became this thing that was generally accepted by the main hobby, something worth acquiring. Javier, let's grab this. Like Logan Paul, he just went after that Kuro Pikachu, and now that card's probably exploding, right? Well, why? The card probably wasn't exploding before he bought it. It's only exploding now because he's making content and educating people on it, and they're going, oh, I want that. Oh, baby, I want that. So, you know, the moment it becomes something everyone's talking about, the price has the ability to change rapidly. And so, you know, that's how I feel about some card sets right now. Let's see. You have Delta Species, question mark? It's like 25K. I'm planning to slab away an expensive one. Recommend me one. One of the poker cards. Well, obviously there's nothing better than the Charizard itself. But, you know, if he's too dear, if he's too expensive, I think probably that Leaf Green Gengar for 2K is pretty insane. I don't even know why I'm selling him. I think it's just because I feel obligated to sell you guys a nice card. So I feel obligated to do that. But that guy is extremely low pop. He's a great looking Gengar. And I wouldn't be surprised if Gengar Poker just keeps moving up. I feel like people didn't understand that those EX era slabs are so low pop. And now it's at the point where some might just never hit the market. They'll hit the market again. And people will open more of it. And you're right. Scarcity mattered. So scarcity was important. But I think the other thing that was really important actually was the gold star status. So my theory was that the gold stars were going to perform very well. That was my theory. And so I thought, well, what about all these cards from the gold star sets that everyone's ignoring? Like if gold stars are going to do very well, everyone's going to become familiar with the name of the set that the gold stars come out of. Like you can name them: Crystal Guardians, Holland Phantoms, Delta Species, EX Deoxys. You can name them because, or Team Rocket Returns. You can name them because when you think of the Gold Star Charizard, you think of the set he's from. So, you know, so in my mind, the title of the set is explicably connected to the title of the card. You don't just say Gold Star Charizard, you say Gold Star Charizard Dragon Frontiers. So in my mind, the Dragon Frontier chase cards that weren't the Gold Star Charizard should also succeed. That was how I was making that assumption. And then when I saw that they were also rare, I was like, oh, that's pretty good. I was like, they're also rare. That helps. All right. Thank you, Javier. Next up, Miss Beatrice, can I get a spot in the Cosmic Split? You may. You are. Here's Miss Beatrice. And now they're very overpriced. Now I would say they're correctly priced. So when you look at the price of those cards, I wouldn't get as excited for them in the same way. I wouldn't look at them and think, oh, this is an opportunity in the same way anymore. Like it could be the case that they keep climbing, but I don't see them as the same opportunity anymore. There's so many other things about the hobby. And, you know, there's things that I like better than others. Some things I talk about publicly, some things I keep private. But yeah, I mean, I don't look at the Gold Star era cards as a bargain anymore. I look at them as sort of like the ceiling. So these cards have been pumped up about as high as they're ever going to go. And now your job is to just hold them. You could go after the 9s or the 8s or the 7s if you wish. Those are all probably going to perform all right as well. But then it becomes a question. What's better, PSA 8 card from Dragon Frontiers or PSA 10 poker card Pikachu Ace of Spades? Probably the Pikachu Ace of Spades. Here's Javier Arroyo. Second order, 1 Magic Marvel, 1 live custom. Use store credit for a spot in the Shanks. All right, you got it. Spot in the Shanks. All right. Tammy. Aha. So I have a store credit card for you, but it says $0 on it. Was there another one that we maybe just recently wrote? Let's see real fast. Help me out here, Mr. Javier. Tell me about this store credit so I can remove it at least. Here we are. $20 for breaks. Da-da-da. All right. Put me into the Shanks. Who's over here? All right. Shanks takes up the 3. OP. That says OP box. That's funny. Well, we're going to use it for the OP break. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Good. And we're going to put a 3 down here. All right. I will pop this back over here. Now let's get the rest of the order. 1 live custom, 1 magic marvel. You know what people were opening in really heavy numbers tonight? Impel Marvel. Impel Marvel was selling really well. We're going to say 1, 2, 3. It's $24 a pack. He said 1 live custom. I grabbed the Poke Shuffles. Ha! Fixed it. I knew something felt off. All right, he said live customs. There it goes. All right. 1, 2, 3. I caught it before you guys could correct me. There we go. All right. What we got? 1 cold one. I'm sorry. 1 cold live custom. How about that magic pack? Here it is. Okay. Snipping time. Snipping time. Snipping all your cards up. Pokemon. Hey, I want to hear everyone else's predictions on what's the best thing to buy. Here's Murdoch's Crusade. I want to hear your opinions, guys. Hydra Troopers. AIM Synthoids. Night Nurse, Healer of Heroes. Doc Samson, Super Psychiatrist. Heroic Teamwork. Wolfsbane, Highland Hero. Dr. Jane Foster. Take Up the Shield. Ooh, we're taking up the shield. I'm definitely looking for what's the next best thing to buy in terms of slab. I did buy some Sun and Moon era pre-release stamps, like the Fates Collide Tyranitar. Here we are. Oh, I know what you're talking about. The pre-release stamps, which look the same as actually the staff cards, which are actually more rare than pre-release, which is something I've watched as well. Silver Surfer, Cosmic Voyager, Galvanic Iteration. I feel like my throat's very dry right now. Deadly Dispute, more like, I can't think of something that rhymes with dispute. All right, I'll give up. Super Soldier Serum. Whoa! All right, give me some of that. Destined Rivals singles. That set will go up as time goes on. Well, you know, I did buy, I think it was 8 or 10 cases of the Destined Rivals collection. So I just really like that one. And so I stocked up on it. And I hope it goes to the moon. It might not perform the way Evolving Skies did. I think that the main reason it won't is because all it has is Mewtwo, Nidoking, Moltres, Cynthia, Garchomp, Ethan Ho-Oh, and am I missing any? I can't think of any. So I feel like it doesn't have the same caliber as Evolving Skies. I do think it's going to go up, though, because it just being a Rocket set, when the last Rocket set was Rocket Returns. Ascended Heroes is also really good with the Gengar, Dragonite, Golden Charizard. It's a pretty good combo. But that one's also got a Rocket Mewtwo in it. Although it's weird, it almost feels like the leftover Rocket cards that should have gone into Destined Rival, but that they likely held back because they said, well, we got to have some cards for this Ascended Heroes set. What you got for us? But so, yeah, I like Ascended Heroes as well with it having Rocket cards in it. Yeah, the Rocket Houndoom AR, that's a really good one. I like that one. And the Rocket Meowth. I think it's just a quality set. I would give it like an A. Like if Evolving Skies is an S, I would give Destined Rivals an A. All right, Javier Arroyo. Still, I just really love Team Rocket, so I always want it on hand. And so my nostalgia for Team Rocket might actually reflect a lot of people's nostalgia for Team Rocket. So it's just a bet. All right. Obviously, what I could have done is I could store a single case of Destined Rivals, open it when it's needed, and all that money could have gone into a different set, including stuff like Ascended Heroes or the 30th anniversary. So that money, instead of being in Destined Rivals, it can be in a different set. So when you buy a set deeply like that, you're placing a bet on its performance. Misty Psyduck's doing numbers. Oh, yeah, there's Misty Psyduck. That's a good one. All right, what time is it? 5:36. We got an order. Joshua Ramos, he says, spot in the Cosmic and 4 Japanese Scarlet. Here you are. Good. Joshua Ramos. I just bought a lot of the Storm Emeralda. So I won't have to buy it twice, and I might have overpaid for it even, but I'm just going to buy it one time and be done. Thank you for that. Let's get 4 of this Japanese Scarlet. Where are they? Where are they? There we go. I think Misty Psyduck Modern does well. The Gym Challenge one. Yeah, I think so too. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boop, boop, boop. The other thing I liked about Destined Rivals was the fact that it was also in the sort of like the format of Gym Heroes Gym Challenge, which I'm also very nostalgic for. So it's a nostalgia set. It really triggers nostalgia in me. It triggers more nostalgia than Mega Gengar does. Here we are. All right. Ready? Here's that guy. My brain doesn't even want to try and remember his name. It's like Miradon, Koraidon, Myrodon, Cold, and Cold. All right. We got 1 Myrodon. I think, oh, I already read that. Eventually, Mega Gengar will be nostalgia for her whole generation. Oh, I'm not disagreeing. Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with that concept, of course. We are. Yeah, the Megas having their day in the sun again really reinforces the XY era. And so I also made a very lucky play when I bought a lot of the XY era product. So I bought up quite a bit of the Roaring Skies and Ancient Origins boxes, and that happened to be a very lucky move. There we go. Ready? There we go. Koraidon. More like Poo-Poo-Don. Poo-Pooed on. Good. Thank you. Next up, we got Ryan Shapiro. Let me into the cosmic break. You got it. I remember XY Roaring Skies box breaks. $19 a pack. Ancient Origins, $34 a pack. Yep. It was good times, man. Do you remember what I would say? I would say this over and over again like a used car salesman. But I would say the same thing over and over again. I said, someday you're going to wish you had bought that Roaring Skies pack at $34. I said that so many times. And it felt like I was just schmoozing it. It felt like I was just trying to convince you to buy my, booster pack with a little bit of a premium on it. But I was right. I was right the whole time. I was correct that you're going to wish you had bought it at $34 because now it's unbelievably expensive. If we tried to sell an Ancient Origins pack today, it might be put into a pack split like this one for $34 per card. Now it's per card. So the whole pack will sell for like $340 times 10 the original price that we were doing just a couple years ago. But I said it all the time. I'm like, how can Roaring Skies be from XY and it's like 10 years old already and it's only $16, it's only $19. I kept saying that. I was like, how can this be so cheap? It's got like 7 it's got like 7 Rayquazas in it. It's got these ancient trait cards that look fantastic. It never made sense to me, except I was correct to feel that it was underpriced because eventually it would jump significantly. So, and then what I can show you guys now, I'm just getting a terrible cough right now. It's like a dry throat cough, by the way. Rayquaza, let's see, Rayquaza, let's type in Roaring. I like showing this off, right? Like that's part of the job is showing it off. Look at all these Rayquazas I have vaulted. So these are all from Roaring Skies. Let's see, there's a PSA 7 listed. I got 1 PSA 10 listed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 PSA 10 Roaring Skies Rayquazas in my vault. Because I really love the artwork. Just fantastic artwork. Look at this. I thought that this was one of the best underpriced older Rayquaza artworks. Look at the cert too, 1400 on the cert. So cool. Looks clean as hell. And I don't think I paid very much. I think I paid like 500. So population 362, pretty low. Card ladder value 1800, so it believes it's going up. And let's see what my cost for this one was. So we're going to go to purchases. We're going to go to Roaring Rayquaza. All right, let's see if we can find him. So it looks like I paid, and that's a different one. I'm trying to find the exact one. Is this it? This is it. This is it. So this is the exact one. I know you guys can't read it, but basically that says 1,300, and it was 500. So that's what we paid. So now we can go plug this in over here. 500. We're going to hit done. We're going to hit save. All right, you ready? The regular EX one's so good. I have like 4 from the box breaks, just wrong graded. None will be graded 10 though. That sucks. Yeah, they're hard to grade 10 as well. All right, so there we go. So now, look at that. It says from when I bought this, I have 190% gain. How do you even compare that to the stock market? You know, like that's crazy. And not all cards did this. Not all Pokemon cards did this. I was able to pick out one that happened to do that. But 190% gain. And how did I know to go searching for this guy? Because I had done so much research on the XY era that I knew he existed. So I knew to go after him. So here's the craziest part is this was purchased in February, and I think it's February of this year, right? So when did I buy this? Yeah, February 2026 from a guy who probably wishes he had kept it. Yep, pretty dang good. I bet you the cheapest one on the market is not 1,800. It might be more expensive than that because I always feel like PSA kind of undersells the item and then they make you like an offer on it. Rayquaza. Okay, Roaring Rayquaza. Yeah, I feel like PSA has, you know, sort of like an interest in making sure you don't overvalue your card because if you did, why would you ever accept one of PSA's dopey offers? All right, so here's the actual cheapest one right here. So the cheapest one is this $2,000 one. And I bet it's got 5 followers. Okay, so there's 5 followers. It looks absolutely lovely. And so that's $2,000, and that's the cheapest one. So if that happens to sell, I'm up times 4 or 400% or whatever the term is. I'm up times 4 on my original investment. Mister, that Sandshrew card you have in the Poke Shuffles has a crazy last sold. You talking about the Shinji Kanda one? Yeah, the Shinji Kanda drawings are pretty cool. All right, so I see the sun. Roki Hunis next. He says, 2 spots in the Cosmic. You got it. I'm honestly going to buy a PSA 9 right now. Time to just buy some of the 9s. I do think people are doing that. They're giving in to buying 9s. If you can save up and buy a 10, that's probably still a better option. So if you're talking about that Rayquaza, that Rayquaza right there, because it's only 2,000, you're better off probably saving up on that one. Here it is. All right, there is a point where the price is like no return, point of no return. That's when you buy a 9, in my opinion, is when you've reached the point of no return on the price, where it's like this Gold Star Charizard, you're going to buy any grade because he's just unaffordable now. It is. When I started buying these, it was a very weird behavior. I bought my Gold Star Charizard, I think, in 2022 or 2023. Did I mark it down? Here it is, 2022, beginning of 2022. And I told my wife at the time, I told her, look, I'm buying a lot of cool, cheaper cards, but I told her, you know, I better own a couple of these unbelievable grails because if I don't own these today, what'll they be next year? And what'll happen in the long run? So I told her I better buy a couple big grails. And she watched me spend that money. She watched me drop $22,000 on a Pokemon card in a time period where there was no proof that these were going to go to the moon. It was just like a concept that might happen, but there wasn't any proof of it. And so that was a big gamble. It's basically, she was like, all right, have fun with that. Let me know how it goes. And now, you know, she has seen how it goes, and so she's pretty impressed, actually. You think so? The 9 is around 200. I guess that Rayquaza could go to like 5K. The 9 would have to go from 200 to 2.7 to be the same profit, which probably won't happen. Well, you know, in general, there's going to be a lot of 9s because it's the XY era. So, you know, it's like this. The 10s are just so much harder to acquire. That's it. And the 9s are going to be a lot more common. And so the total population is going to be slanted toward the 9s for that set. And again, there's nothing wrong with owning 9s when a set gets too expensive. It's just, it's not too expensive yet. You know, 2,000 is not too expensive. But, you know, the other thing I would tell you is don't rush into it, because it's like you don't even have to buy that Rayquaza. Like I've talked about and got you all hyped on it. I buy a lot of things, not just the Rayquaza. We were talking about some of my purchases recently. You know, I bought that Rayquaza like over a year ago now, and he simply performed well now. You know, maybe he's at his ceiling already. So, but here's what I bought last. You want to see what I bought last? So we talked a little bit about the stamps. Look, I got this guy last. Bought this last night for fun, July 30th, 2026. Stamp reverse holo promo. It's the pre-release staff card. So, and there's 660 of them. And that number might go up over time, but how high can it really go? So I just bought this. There it is, staff. I like the staff cards. I think they're kind of an interesting sort of like, they're one of those promos where you know there's a finite number of them. They're not going to reprint them. And yeah, I mean, 660 is already a lot, but it's also much lower than the total number of holographic Tyrannitars that are going to get pulled out of like, you know, out of that set as just a holo, reverse holo. So obviously there's going to be a lot of those guys pulled, but they're not going to be the cosmic foil and they're not going to be staff. So today he's 500. And you get that feeling in your gut, like maybe this card's not performing well. Maybe this card's never going to perform well. Maybe if I buy this, it's just not going to go up. That's an important feeling, because a card has to be undervalued for you to make ×4. A card has to be something no one wants for you to make a ×10. No one ever, you know, it's like if you buy Bitcoin at the top of the market because it's proven that it's a really good product, that's not when you make money. You make money when it's at the bottom, when everybody's saying, that stupid thing sucks. And then you just place a bet like, well, maybe this one will do better later. And you may have to wait years for that to happen. You may have to, I got very lucky with the Rayquaza. It happened in 1 year. But you may have to wait 4 or 5 years to see a return, to see it go and double. Pokemon has this tendency to do this. I'm going to show you guys on pretend this is a graph. So Pokemon has a tendency to do this. It goes up, it goes down, it goes up, and then boop, it goes straight up like that. Pokemon tends to appreciate like this. So this might be 2019, this might be 2021, this might be 2023, and then this up here might be 2026. Pokemon does this thing where it will be worth very little for years, and then all of a sudden just explode. And you want to be there for the explosion. You don't want to be selling your cards on this line at all. And so, you know, I don't know if it's going to do that again. I can't promise you it's going to do it again. But Pokemon, it's weird. It's like Pokemon Go exploded, and the Pokemon cards exploded, and the release of Pokemon was an explosion. Pokemon tends to kind of work that way. It's like it gets forgotten about. Society moves on from Pokemon at some point, and that's a great accumulation phase, is when society's kind of moved on from it. Back when it was 2019, I could buy the Mewtwo for $75, PSA 10, $75. Now that card's like probably like $12,000. And back then, Pokemon just wasn't as exciting. And so we're in a real excitement phase for Pokemon. It could be a great time to sell, if anything. Or maybe the market's never going to recover. Maybe it's never going to be cheap again because the cat's already out of the bag. In fact, the cat's out of the bag event might have occurred when the market fell in 2023 and then picked back up on its own with no stimmy checks, no Logan Paul, No COVID lockdowns. None of those things happened. Pokemon just kind of took off on its own, in its own right, which is what it was doing anyways when Logan Paul joined. It was taking off because of Hidden Fates. So, you know, it could be this thing where it's the cat's out of the bag. People know collectibles are valuable and they're not going away. And there's a desire for there to be a collectibles market. You know, it becomes a social media trend. It becomes a thing, an activity. Like, okay, you can go walking, you can go biking, and you can collect Pokemon cards. You can play video games, you can watch Netflix, and you can collect Pokemon cards. So it becomes like an activity that people actually just kind of want to do all the time. You know, like maybe people enjoy buying and trading as an activity. It's more than just making money. It's fun, right? I really wasn't expecting it to pick up again so soon. Not just Poke, all kinds of TCGs. Yeah, you're going to see a lot of new TCGs probably because they're seeing Pokemon, the card company, make billions of dollars, billions with the B. So the Pokemon card company will continue to make billions of dollars of profit. You might see politicians step in and say things about whether Poke Shuffles and table breaks are okay. Who knows? They might have something to say about the mystery slabs that, you know, EB Games is selling or GameStop is selling. So we don't know what comes next, but this is certainly a high point. And, you know, I'm a bit bearish on what I buy right now because I don't want to overinvest at the very highest point. But you notice I'm not selling out either. I'm not selling my position either. So I'm just holding and sort of scraping through the market, looking for things that I think are maybe perceived incorrectly. I got to say, though, I think poker cards has got to be at the top. I share this with you guys all the time. And I'm already dug in, so I'm pretty satisfied with my positioning. But look at this guy. This guy from the Leaf Green deck is population 10. And look how clean it looks. It looks insanely clean. It's a beautiful card. So that's PSA 10. And it's a fantastic Gengar artwork. And let's see. It's just really hard to get this card again. Let's see. Yeah, absolutely. So this card will just remain super duper rare. That's it. That's it for this card. It will remain super duper duper rare. All right, guys, it's 6 a.m. in the morning. It's time for me to wrap up. Hey, wait a second. We can't wrap up. We can't wrap up. We need to give away a card. Maybe we should. I tell you what we could probably do, with it being 6 a.m., which is quite late, I could wrap up, and in the next stream, we just give the card away in the next stream. But we've got the Second Chance Bounty. Here it is. Ah, the sun's up. Here it is, the Second Chance Bounty. And we're supposed to give a card away. Let's see. What do we got saved up for the Second Chance Bounty, huh? I like this Charizard being given away. And, heck, let's give away this Rhyhorn. So that's the second chance bounty. Somebody's about to have a happy day who had a very unlucky day in the past. Don't know who it's going to be, but as you can see, it's consequential to get in here. We got an ultra premium Charizard for 85 and a Rhyhorn for 65. So the total amount we're giving away this time is 150. I'm obligated to give away 100. I want to thank everyone who's been buying the live customs and the Poke Shuffles and who did end up having a bad round. It really does happen. I'm sorry. Part of the risk. You accept the risk. But here's a little bonus. Some channels have bounties for people who get chase cards. Okay, you pulled a big chase card, right? Oh, good for you. And then they say, well, you get this and this Charizard because you got the chase card. We're doing it differently. We're saying if you are the guy with the worst luck, you're going to get these bonus cards, okay? So if you get unlucky, you get a second chance. It's called the Second Chance Bounty. All right. I just need the audience to give me 2 numbers. 2 numbers. Good talk, Mr. Take It Easy. Thank you, Mr. Vizard. Nice to see you. 2 numbers, guys. Cat to our Queen says 4. Ryan Shapiro says 14. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All right, there you go, the double split. Now, it's real simple. This guy gets Rhyhorn. This guy gets Charizard. Everyone else missed. Now, if you had a lot of cards in the second chance deck, your odds go up that you get pulled. Mark Kaplan. Wow, he's going to like that. He did have some bad luck. And Team Rocket Grunt. Oh, he's going to like that. Team Rocket Grunt has also had some bad luck. In fact, I think he had the most number of cards. He had more than Javier. Javier had a decent chunk of cards in here too. Look, there's Roki Hune. He had a couple. He had some bad Poke Shuffles and some bad live customs early on, I think. But there it is. So, Team Rocket Grunt and Mark Kaplan. Congratulations, guys. All right, 2 active fellows. Sorry to everybody else. I can't give away 1,000,000 cards. It's just not feasible. But I can give away these cards. Oh, look, it used to say Mark J. Valerian on it. It is. Maybe that was one he donated. Maybe he sold it back to me. Here it is. All right, Team Rocket Grunt. Congratulations. Oops. I feel like Team Rocket Grunt's going to try and sell that to me. He's always like, let's consign that. In the breaks history, we're going to say that at number 2, at 3 hours and 41 minutes, the second chance bounty goes off. TRG and Mark Kaplan. All right, there we have it. I really want to tell you guys I appreciate you being here. Appreciate you guys talking with me. And I will see you guys soon, okay? All right. Thank you all. Have a nice night.